dropped and summer has come and gone, but the Rattlers are still on the prowl. But tonight, the Lopes hope to be the ones handing out the sting of defeat with Florida A&M here in town at the arena with their 1-0 record as Grand Canyon officially tips off the 2017-2018 season. I'm Kate Longworth. Thanks so much for joining us on the Lopes Pregame Show here on Your View, Cox Channel 4. If you were with us last week, you know that the Lopes came out victorious in their exhibition game, but now this is when it all counts. The last time these two teams met, it was back in 2014 right here on this court, and it was the Lopes who walked away with a 15-point victory. They're hoping for more the same, but of course they had to go out there and play the game, and we'll see where it all ends up. This season, we know it's exciting. The Lopes are now tournament eligible, and they've got a lot of help on their side with senior transfer guard Casey Benson. And the Lopes exhibition game, he went out there proving he's someone to count on with 11 points, 9 assists, and he's proud to be wearing the Lopes uniform.
Absolutely, just be a leader. You don't want to come in, obviously having experienced the last 3 years playing at Oregon and going to the state tournament, and you know, obviously playing the Final Four, Elite Eight. It's just kind of, you know, bring that experience and just, you know, help the guys in every way that I can. You know, just be that steadying piece and you know, continue to encourage them. You know, and just focus on the task at hand. Obviously, not. You know, it's a long season. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. So at the end of the day, it's just bringing that experience, bringing that leadership, and you know, just we'll get it.
Casey is very familiar with the Rattlers head coach, Coach McCollum, who was his coach back when he was playing in the Oregon Ducks uniform. However, tonight it's all about Lopes basketball. When you think Lopes basketball, who do you think about? Well, you think about Barry Mattel and Scott Williams, who will be calling the action tonight. Guys, if we weren't excited enough in the exhibition game, I know we are ready to officially tip off the season with a great game and atmosphere tonight.
Well, yeah, we always talk about the atmosphere here at GCU Arena. Once again, I forget earplugs for this other ear because it is deafening again here in the pregame.
Yeah, the fun factor is already cranked up before the kids even take the court.
They had a dress rehearsal for the exhibition opener, a big win against St. Francis.
Well, they look fantastic. I mean, that's exactly the way Coach Marley would have been able to draw it up, or if he dreamt it up. They just had a lot of fun. They shared the basketball, they had great court vision, and good production from everybody up and down that roster.
Oscar Freyer, 14 points, 7 rebounds, 5 of 11, and he also had a couple of steals, 89-49, a decisive exhibition victory for the Lopes. Well, who is going to be shining this season? One of those players we talked about during the exhibition, much talked about after transferring from Oregon, that's Casey Benson.
Well, Casey Benson just brings a ton of experience. It's been the NC2A tournament postseason 3 years in a row. He's a little lefty guy that's just a little shifty out there, not overall speed, but confuses the defenders, can drive to the basket. But what I love about him is his court vision and his pinpoint passing. Really spoon-fed the bigs in that opening act.
11 points in 22 minutes for Casey Benson. He indeed is tournament top, coming off of that Final Four appearance a year ago for the University of Oregon. A newcomer, a couple of them, and a couple of newcomers from way across over into Italy. Let's talk about Alessandro Laver.
The Italian stallion came out ready to rumble. He showed the ability to knock down the outside, uses his big frame down low, ability to put the ball on a forward dribble, but I liked him on the defensive end, altering and blocking shots. That's where it's going to be his bread and butter. That's where he's going to find his time on the floor. It'd be great if you get double-figure scoring out of him. You won't get 17 every night, but he'll use that size to his advantage, and Coach Marley is going to love every inch of his big frame.
Had a little bit of an attitude, too, which was kind of nice to see. The other big man, how about Roberts Blumsberg from Latvia?
Yeah, Blumbergs, we know he can stroke that thing from the outside, and I like the way he's gaining a mentality. We talked about that grit that Levers has. It's rubbing off on Blumbergs.
Well, the Lopes coming in riding high. They'll be taking on a Florida A&M team from the MEAC, a fairly upgraded team over St. Francis, but a team that visited the Lopes a couple of seasons ago.
Yeah, and they've got a new coach in McCollum there who's doing a really nice job. He's putting his imprint on this program. He had that experience at Oregon with Benson, so he knows how Benson plays. Might be a tough one going for Benson early on until he figures it out.
6'8" sophomore Desmond Williams. We'll be talking about him amongst the other Rattlers, but definitely a guy to keep an eye on.
Yeah, all MEAC last year, 16 points a game, 6 boards, shoots nearly 50% from beyond the arc. Oh, and if you come in weak, he will block your shot. 35 blocks a year ago, had 24 and 10 in their opening game against Johnson University on Monday on 11 of 18 shooting. Got to work when he's on the floor, he'll crash that glass.
Big 107-71 victory in their opener against Johnson University. It's the Rattlers and the Lopes. We'll send it back over to Kate.
Well, guys, one thing that's really unique when you look at these two teams, it's kind of a tale of two different teams in the way the schedule lines up for these guys. The Rattlers playing 14 of their first 17 games on the road. Meanwhile, the Lopes have 8 of their 9 games here in the arena. That other game is played here in Phoenix over at Talking Stick Arena. So, Scott, from a player's perspective, is it advantageous to start your season with a lot of games at home or on the road?
Oh, definitely at home. A hefty dose of home cooking for this Lopes team. Going to serve them well. Gives them an opportunity to stay right here, bond together, break bread together, do all those things that you don't necessarily get in practice on the court. To have plenty of time to really get to know one another. I think that's going to help them grow. I look for a healthy record when they come off this homestand before they hit the road.
I like it. Some home cooking. Who doesn't love that, right? All right, well, we will see how the GCU Arena serves the Lopes tonight. I'm guessing, judging by the atmosphere that's heating up in here, it should be a good game ahead. And coming up ahead on the Lopes pregame show, there he goes one-on-one with Dan Marley to get tonight's game plan. Right after this, we will hear what the coach has to say. We'll be right back on the Lopes pregame show.
Hey, you. Are you ready? Grab your pack, grab your tent, grab your gear. Jump in. We're going on an adventure. Here in Arizona, there's so much to see, so much to do, so much to experience. When I started my degree program at Grand Canyon University, I knew I was embarking on a journey. I never expected it to be such an adventure. Offering over 200 academic programs with a Christian worldview and nestled in the heart of Phoenix, you're never more than a few short hours from something worth remembering. At GCU, adventure is never too far away. Study hard, play hard, never stop moving. What are you waiting for? Come earn your degree in fewer than 4 years while exploring everything Arizona has to offer. So, you ready? Find your purpose in Arizona. Find your purpose at GCU. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu/AZ road trip.
The GCU men's basketball team plays their first 9 games here in the Valley, including 8 at the GCU Arena. Be sure to tune in Monday, the 13th, when the Lopes host Northeast Conference members Robert Morris Colonials from Pittsburgh, PA. Pregame starts at 6:30 with tip-off shortly after 7. Tune in. All the action on your view, Cox Channel 4, online at gcu.tv. Lopes pregame show continues and rolls along from GCU Arena. Barry Butel alongside the head coach Dan Marley. We're about ready to lift the lid on the regular season after your exhibition victory. Are you ready to go?
I am. I'm excited.
The Lopes are ready to go as well. You did have some news off the court, though. Kenzo Newdow is no longer on the team. Can you explain?
Yeah, Kenzo had a really tough summer. He came back from an Achilles injury in 4 months, which is remarkable, and came back last year and then had some other surgeries this summer, and then had another hernia surgery. Ouch. And then was hurting again, and they thought they'd have to have another surgery, and Kenzo just didn't want to do it anymore. And I wish him all the luck. He's a great kid. I thought he's going to be really good for us, but just had some tough injuries, and he decided to go another direction, and I respect him for that. This is not easy what we're doing here at GCU. I expect a lot of really, hard work, and Kenzo was one of those guys that gave us a lot, but just couldn't go through it anymore, so we wish him all the luck, and he'll always be a big part of our family. All
right, let's talk about the exhibition victory against St. Francis. You guys led from start to finish.
Yeah, I thought we came out really well and really pushed the ball in the early action, which we want to do. Something that Casey does well. We got bigs that can run. Good to see Casey come off and looking for a shot, and then he does a good job of finding other people. I thought Alessandro came out early and made some threes, but at the beginning we really got out and ran, and we got some bigs to do that, and we're looking to push the ball. We did that and really controlled the backboards well and got some good shots. And defensively, for the most part, we were pretty good. So I thought Oscar did a really good job of flying around. The penetrations, the shots early were good. So as far as our first exhibition game, I was happy with it, because a lot of times when we come out here and we're playing in this crowd, especially the young guys, they get a little intimidated and a little nervous, but they did a good job.
Oscar Freyer, he was flying around, as you said, and he's kind of a highlight type of guy. He's got the it factor, but then he went down with a bit of a scare. He took that knee in the thigh.
Yeah, I think Oscar's going to have a really good year this year. He's had a great summer. He's got a taste of it last year as a freshman, and he kind of started understanding his game. He can shoot threes, but he can't live by it. That's what he has to do, is really fly around, be a really good defensive player. He can lock down guys, but then really crash the boards and take his opportunity. And a lot of that's going to be from 15 to 17 feet. But he has the ability to make some threes, but he can't live or die by it.
Now, he knows where his shots and his bread and butter is. I think last year he was still trying to find where it is, right?
Well, he was thrown into the fire real quick. And one thing about Oscar is he's not afraid, which is good. But he started to live by the threes because that's an easy shot. And sometimes I tell him it's an easy shot because you're open because you can't make them. So you got to really continue to be athletic and go to the basket. And get rebounds, and then the rest of the shots will find. Who did that? Because they're not getting any playing time.
I think one of your trainer staff. They're probably gone, right? The last game. Well, poor kid. Hey, Roberts Blumberg's also. Here's a big guy. Were you impressed with Blumberg's and Alessandro Laver?
I don't know if I was impressed by him. I expect a lot of them. These are two kids who are very, very talented freshmen, so I know it's going to take a bit of time, but they can really stretch it. Robert, seriously, Alessandro come up. And one thing about Alessandro, he's a worker. Man, he gets after it. He's big. He's 6'10", can really spread the floor, can pass the ball, can finish around the basket. Very good with both hands, got great touch. So I'm expecting really good things out of him. And then Roberts at 6'10", can really stretch the floor. Now, he's a guy that can't live or die by the jump shot. Even though he can really stretch the floor and shoot it, he's got to be able to take the ball to the basket, post up, use his size against smaller players. But the thing about Roberts is he's got to figure out how hard he has to play to be successful.
Yeah, do you expect him to maybe get bigger the longer he's here?
Oh, he's got a great body. I mean, we could probably put 30 to 40 pounds on him, and I expect to do that in the next 2 or 3 years. So he's got one of those frames that can take some extra weight and be really effective down low.
One player that did not play in that exhibition victory was Josh Braun. What's his status?
Josh is go. That's a go. Knock on wood, right? I mean, Josh has been unbelievable. He came back, had been out for about 3 weeks in practice. In their very first practice, he just lit the place up, and that's what Josh does. I mean, he's just a born scorer, can really shoot it, can post up, and we do so many things through him offensively, and he's such a competitor and a winner. Can rebound. He's going to make everybody around him better because you got to guard Josh. So we're just happy to have him. He's worked really hard. He's lost 20 pounds. My biggest hope for him and for us is he stays healthy for all the games.
I look back 5 years ago, I guess it was, and I think he kind of looked at me that first year and asked if there was any eligibility. Right now, though, you've got 11 guys, right? I believe you said that.
Well, I got 11, 13 on scholarship. I could probably play all 13 if I wanted to.
Nice.
But it's going to be hard to do that, obviously. I'm not a guy who plays 13 guys. I believe guys get on the floor, and if they're playing well, they should get extended minutes. And, I'd be crazy if I'm going to take Josh off the floor. So he's going to play anywhere from, 30 to 40 minutes. And some other guys, Oscar and Casey and Keontae, all those guys need, plenty of time because they deserved it. So those other guys are really going to be battling for spots and for time. And that's good. It's competition. And what we're about here at GCU, it's bigger than me. It's bigger than them. It's about winning. And all our guys are bought into winning.
Yeah, it was fun, the luxury of the exhibition. You had an A unit and a B unit. It was kind of reminiscent of Kentucky.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll see any of that platoon system. No. I doubt that I'll see that. But that second unit's good because they can really defend. I mean, Fifi and Damari and Jared and Matt. Jared and Matt together on the floor are really good because they're not all Australian, but they're very smart. And I watched the women's game today, and Jess, who's the Australian, can really shoot it.
Yeah.
I said, at least there's one person from Australia can shoot on a campus because those two kids can't.
Oh, there's a shot. Florida A&M, they were here a couple of seasons ago. What do you expect from their first-year head coach?
They're going to be better than they were last year. I think they won 7 games last year, but they do have a new coach. They have a lot of guys back, so I expect them to be a lot better this year. And this is a team that plays a lot of games on the road.
Oh, yeah.
So they get out. Being on the road doesn't bother them. They'll come out. They'll probably be fired up by our crowd. So this will be a good test for us early.
All right, good luck, Coach.
All right, thanks.
All right, Head Coach Dan Marley, our guest. Stay with us. More of the Lopes pregame show continues as we continue to count you down until the regular season opener from GCU Arena. But first, this time out on Your View.
GCU offers more than 200 innovative programs across 9 colleges, which now include cutting-edge next-generation programs in engineering, computer science, and information technology. Grand Canyon University, the quality of a private Christian education, the affordability of a state university. Visit gcu.edu.
Hello, Phoenix. This is Jerry Colangelo from Grand Canyon University. You can join the GCU community by enrolling as an evening student at our beautiful campus in the heart of Phoenix. Earn your bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degree to take your career to the next level. Engage with industry expert instructors and get the support you need to excel. I look forward to seeing you on campus.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/evening.
Welcome back to the Lopes Pregame Show. We're counting down to tip-off for men's basketball tonight, but we want to remind you that GCU women's head coach Nicole Powell and the Lopes women's basketball team will be welcoming the Duke Blue Devils this Sunday to GCU Arena. Duke is coming off an impressive 28-6 season a year ago. Come out and support the Lady Lopes this Sunday. If you can't make it out to the game, be sure to catch all the action starting at 1:30 p.m. with the Lopes Pregame Show on Your View, Cox Sport, or online at GCU TV. Will you be there?
Check them out, 2 o'clock Sunday, all right?
All right, see, I've got a partner in crime with me now. Kate Longworth, welcoming you back to the Lopes Pregame Show. And I don't know if he needs much of an introduction if you're a Lopes fan, because you watched him out on the court do his thing. We're talking to Brandy Glaze. Welcome back. I can't believe it's been a few seasons since we've seen you, right?
Yeah, I can't believe it. I mean, it's so surreal to be here. You know, there's nothing like this, so definitely to come back and check out the first game. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're happy to have you here, and just take me through what you've been up to the last couple of years.
I was playing in the D-League with the 76ers, the 87ers to be exact. Did that for a couple of weeks, and I ended up playing in Mexico. Mexico was a lot of fun, found a lot of success there. Very physical style of play. I ended up leading the league in rebounding. I averaged 12 rebounds a game.
Nice.
So it was a great experience for me.
And then I know you hail from Canada, and I know you're also representing your home country, right?
Yes.
With some playing. Take me through that.
You know, I got a phone call from Coach Roy Rana, the head coach of the team. Jay Triano was also there. He's also the head coach of the Phoenix Suns now. You know, they said that they were interested in me coming on deck to get some rebounds for him. So it was an honor. You know, we went over to Argentina and did some work over there.
And now you're with the Canadian Pro League?
Yes. So I just signed a contract the other day with a team called the St. John's Edge. Brand new expansion team in the NBL.
Very nice. And obviously we know you here as one part of the Smash Brothers. Keontae's still down there playing, and I know you're still friends, obviously, with a lot of your former teammates. We see what they do on the court. You truly know them. So come on, give us some good stories about Keontae, or maybe the mayor, Josh Braun, even Dan Marley. What do you got?
Well, you know, Josh went through a lot of growth this past summer, and so did Keontae. Just outside of basketball, you know, Keontae had to battle some demons this past summer, and he was able to conquer them. So I'm very proud of him for doing that. He grew a lot as a man, and I think that's going to help him with his game.
We're looking forward to that. And when you come back now to this arena, you've been traveling, you've been playing for different teams, various leagues. Does anything compare to the atmosphere here at GCU Arena?
There's nothing like it. You know, it's addictive, you know, just the energy, there's nothing like it. You know, the fans are so into it, and it's such a family-oriented type of environment. I played in bigger arenas even when I was in college, but there's nothing like this environment. It's the best on the West Coast, maybe the best in college basketball.
And now, as if they haven't heard about them yet, nationwide, I think the Lopes are starting to really get on the map. But this year, they are tournament eligible. What are you anticipating? If we don't see it this season, we will see it come March, them announcing in the brackets where GCU is going to play. What will that moment mean to you after being part of this program?
Ooh, Kate, you just made my blood go. I mean, that's amazing. You know, we've been counting down for this for the past 5 years now. So, you know, now that's finally here, you know, it's just an amazing feeling. And every game is precious, especially trying to get that tournament berth, because, you know, out of the WAC, not everybody's going to get there. So it's definitely going to be something special. But, you know, I'm looking forward to it. You know, I think that this team has all the tools necessary. We're very deep. We got young guys, and, you know, they all work together. So, you know, I'm very excited to see what's going to happen with the team. But it's a process. Got to take it one game at a time.
Right.
And we'll see what happens, right?
You got the cliches down, and I know when you were a player on the court, you started to lay that foundation. 27 wins your season here. And playing under Dan Marley, it seemed like, even though you guys weren't tournament eligible the last couple years, that the players, you guys bought in from day one. What is it like playing for Dan, and how has he been prepping this team for this very year for being tournament eligible?
And I've been playing the game for over 10 years, and Coach Marley to this day is the best coach I've ever had, and that's because, you know, he's never going to tell you to do something that he's never done. And he's a very special player, a very special man. And the fact that, you know, someone of his stature can be so humble, you know, and be such a great teacher and such a great leader, it's not hard. You know, it's easy to play for someone that's humble and someone that's done it. You know, he's not going to tell you anything he hasn't done. So, yeah.
Well, you can play on the court and you can talk about basketball pretty well too. Look out, Scott Williams. If you're sick, we may know who to call to help us analyze the game. All right, Brandy Glaze, thank you so much for joining us here on the Lopes Pregame Show. And still much more to come. This is a guy you know very well too. It's the mayor, Josh Braun, and we will be talking about him after this and how the team has made the transition, and now Josh Braun in his final year in the Lopes uniform has a chance to take his team to the tournament. We'll explain right after this.
I'm Bethany. I'm a junior at GCU, studying Christian studies with a minor in psychology. Really what made me fall in love with GCU was the ministry aspect that they have here. I love all of the different community service opportunities that there are here. Students are making a huge impact on the Valley just through painting the Valley purple. It really means a lot to people in Phoenix to hear that somebody's from GCU. It almost gives you like credentials because they know that you're a good kid and that you're gonna go far. I have the privilege of bringing 7th and 8th grade students onto campus every week. I get to present to them a college readiness program. It honestly makes a huge difference in so many of their lives. I also am part of a mentorship program, so I am a mentor for a girl here in Phoenix. I get to walk her through life just like people are walking me through life. I definitely think GCU is preparing me for my future and teaching students and being a difference maker in the lives of other people.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
Welcome back. It's the Purple pregame party as we're counting down the tip-off here at GCU Arena. And the game hasn't started, but the fun has already started here for the Lopes fans and the Havocs who are in the house. And we want to remind you, you can be a part of the party tonight and our broadcast all season long by sending out a tweet or posting to Instagram using the hashtag LopesRising. Give us your thoughts on GCU. And who knows, you just might see your tweet scrolling across the screen. So if you're watching from out of state or just up the road, if you're a former Lope or you want to be a Lope, this is a way to be a part of the action. I'm Kate Longworth. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Lopes Pregame Show. We're counting you down to tip-off, and one guy you're going to see out there in action tonight, he missed the exhibition game, but he is back now, is a guy we have come to call the mayor, Josh Braun. Now, bad knees cost him his first school of choice. It also cost him his first season here at GCU. And last year, he missed some more time due to injuries. However, the good times have far outweighed the bad times. And now Josh Braun is back in action and ready for his senior year and a grand finale in the Lopes uniform.
My freshman year, it was drastically different than it is now. I mean, it's been insane to see just how much this school has grown. It's been a lot of fun to be a part of, and I was lucky enough to be one of the first members of the basketball team with Coach Marley coming in on his staff. I was one of his first recruits, and it was cool to just see how he's built this program. Now being eligible for the tournament and being having that opportunity to go play in the postseason afterwards is that's exciting. That's exciting for me. That's something I've always wanted to do as a kid and always wanted to play. You grew up watching March Madness tournament, grew up watching all these big teams play and compete in that round of 64, and I want to be a part of it. I've said that from my start here. I was hoping to have a shot at it my last year, and here we are. And so that's my biggest hope, is that we'd win the WAC, go to the tournament, and hopefully make some noise in the tournament. After graduation, that's still up in the air. We'll see. I don't want to look too far ahead. I want to be focused on the here and now. But however, I would, I'm hopeful, maybe hopefully play professionally after this year is up or something. But we'll see. I mean, it's there's so much time left. There's a long season ahead of us. There's a lot that can happen, and so I'm hopeful to have a good year first and foremost. Focus on Grand Canyon University and finish out my career here. I think I've grown a lot. I think, you know, college will do that too. I've learned a lot just about life in general, you know, about how to take care of myself, how to love others better, you know, be a better teammate, be a better person. It's been insane, and I'd have to say Christ is the one that shaped and molded me. I know that it could be the cliche Christian answer, but I believe it. It's, I mean, he's been there for me every step of the way. You know, though I have dealt with certain circumstances that sometimes were unfavorable, sometimes were favorable. I mean, he's been there to see me through it every step of the way. He's given me perspective just to know that regardless of my circumstances, they don't have to define me. And I'm so thankful for that, and I believe that I'm victorious, you know, in all things through Christ, and that's been what's kept me going, you know, through adversity, through it all, through injuries and stuff. Knowing, you know, that I have a hope and a future in Him has been, I mean, has been the difference in my life, and I'm so thankful for that.
And what better way for Josh Braun to ride out to the sunset in his senior year than to punch his ticket to the big dance come March. Only time will tell. And it all starts tonight as the Lopes officially tip off the 2017-2018 season. We'll preview what the competition looks like in the WAC conference right after this. Don't go anywhere. Clearly, the party is just getting started. We'll be right back.
Remembrance and reflection, community and celebration, humbled with honor. Our veterans are the silent heroes whose courage and bravery give greater meaning to what it is to be an American. This is a time for reuniting with those who served beside you, for the faces you missed while away. This is a day to stand tall, united with pride. This Veterans Day and every day, Grand Canyon University honors our heroes and pays tribute to your heroism. Thank you for your service. Time. Never enough hours in the day, not enough days in the week. Early starts, late finishes. You always make time for work, for play, or just to be there. There's never been a better time to create a brighter future. Whatever it is that keeps you going, hold on to it. GCU's online degree program puts you first, so you can make the most of your time.
Welcome back. It's the Lopes Pregame Show, and Lopes basketball is underway in just a few moments. But first, take a look around the WAC and the games this weekend. Whittier College at CSU Bakersfield tonight at 8. Kansas City at Wichita State. Utah Valley at Kentucky. And meanwhile, earlier tonight, we saw GCU ladies basketball. The women were in action. They fell to Rice 69-59 in the final there. Bree Mobley had 23 points to her name. The women will be back in action at Sunday. Tip-off is 2 p.m., but we'll get you started right here, 1:30 p.m. with the Lopes Pregame Show for women's basketball. That's Sunday with Nicole Powell. However, tonight it's all about Dan Marley and the Lopes men's basketball team as they officially tip off the 2017-18 season. The Lopes, well, they are now NCAA tournament eligible. This crowd very aware. You know, they have entered a hostile environment tonight. Lopes basketball, it's underway. It's coming up right here on Your View. Don't go anywhere. Scott Berry with the call right after this.
Founded on the belief that the entrepreneurial dream is an engine that drives innovation forward in a global marketplace, the Colangelo College of Business educates and develops values-driven business leaders. Our graduates exemplify the principles of servant leadership and entrepreneurship. GCU's strong Christian identity informs the education you receive, integrating our Christian values with the business curriculum. The college features more than 25 programs from the bachelor through the master's level, catering to traditional, evening, and online students. These programs serve a diverse set of aspiring business professionals who not only learn in the classroom, but gain real-world experience operating actual businesses. Our students also receive unique access to Jerry Colangelo's legendary experience, leadership, and connections throughout the business world. Find out more at gcu.edu/business.
I am Laura Lozoya, and I am majoring in biology with an emphasis in pre-med at Grand Canyon University. The dorm life at GCU definitely helped me build relationships, and I've made great friends on this campus. The quality education here is great. You're testing your limits, but you're going beyond them. It all comes together. The sciences, the ethics, and just everything. It's a beautiful thing.
Grand Canyon University, the quality of a private Christian education, the affordability of a state university. Visit GCU.edu.
Side three-time NBA champion Scott Williams. I'm Barry Newtell. Kate Longworth will be along in just a moment. Well, it is the lid lifter, the regular season opener, and boy, oh boy, is this crowd excited. This campus is excited. It is tournament eligibility, ready to go type of season. We are pumped up here.
GCU is lit. The Havocs are ready to rock and roll, and the team is ready to get it on.
Let's go. Let's talk about an 89-49 victory against St. Francis to begin things in that game. A couple of newcomers saw action. Let's begin with the transfer from Oregon, Casey Benson.
Casey Benson was absolutely fantastic. Strong game, lefty off the dribble, very good. Great court vision, really adept at passing that basketball. Spoon-fed the bigs all night, and not afraid to knock down the long ball.
11 points in 22 minutes for tournament top Casey Benson. And another newcomer from Italy is Alessandro Laver, 17 big points.
Yeah, the Italian Stallion was wonderful in that first game. He did a great job in transition, running the floor, really got on the glass. I love the ability to be able to put the ball on the floor, one dribble, take it to the hole. He changes and alters shots around the basket, blocks shots, and then he gets a fast break going for his teammates.
17 points in 20 minutes for Alessandro Laver. Florida A&M 7-21 a year ago. They have a new first-year head coach. They are led by 6'8" sophomore Desmond Williams.
Yeah, new system, and Williams is absolutely thriving in this system. 16 points a year ago, like you said, knocked out almost 50% of his long shots, not afraid to crash the glass, and really put the ball on the floor and penetrate cracks in the defense.
Let's get this thing started. Let's send it over to the public address announcer, Paul DeNuzer, with our prayer and our national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to the beautiful GCU Arena and tonight's men's basketball matchup between the Rattlers of Florida A&M and your Grand Canyon University Antelopes. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you all please rise. Gentlemen, please remove your caps as we begin this evening's competition with the word of prayer. Tonight's prayer is led by a retired colonel in the Air Force and the dean of the Colangelo College of Business, Dr. Randy Gibb.
Let us pray. Dear Lord, thank you for bringing us all together tonight to celebrate collegiate athletics. We pray for the players' safety as they share their God-given talents. Also, Lord, we're here to honor veterans who've served their country and this nation. We're also here to pray for those currently serving. There are men and women deployed all over this world, proudly displaying the flag of the United States of America on their uniform. Thank you, Lord, for letting us live in this blessed nation with the freedoms we enjoy. In your name we pray, amen.
Thank you, Dr. Gibb. GCU Army ROTC Color Guard will now present the colors for the national anthem. The team is comprised of Senior Rifleman Cadet Alyssa Carver, Arizona Flag Bearer Cadet Sam Inanen, National Flag Bearer Cadet Dylan Nye, and Junior Rifleman Cadet Mark Mott. Fans, please remain standing for the national anthem. The Star-Spangled Banner will be performed this evening by the Brophy Chapel Ensemble under the direction of Mr. Paul Fisco.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Brophy Chapel Ensemble.
Fantastic prayer by Dr. Randy Gibb and the Brophy Ensemble. Worthy of this opener, the Florida A&M Rattlers, 7-23 a year ago. Their head coach in his first season, Robert McCullum, spent the last 3 seasons as an assistant at Oregon, the previous head coach at Western Michigan and the University of South Florida. Here is his starting lineup: Elijah Mays, Brendan Miles, Marcus Barham, Desmond Williams, and Isaiah Martin.
Yeah, we have to watch Marcus Barham tonight. He's really a fantastic three-point bomber. Made 65 threes last year. Averaged 12.5 points per game.
Tallahassee, Florida, the Rattlers in the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference. The assistant coaches Carlos Briggs, Jared Stevens. Director of Basketball Operations is Patrick Benson. Capacity crowd here once again at GCU Arena to see the Lopes begin the 17-18 season.
Jared Stevens and Director of Basketball Operations, Patrick Benson.
Time now to introduce you to Grand Canyon University. Here are head coach Dan Marley's starting 5. Casey Benson, Josh Braun, Oscar Freyer, Roberts Blunsberg, and Keontae Burton.
Yeah, really looking for big things out of Josh Braun this year. Preseason WAC Play of the Year. It's a little do-everything for Coach Marley when he's on the floor. You see the 17.5 he averaged last year, the 64 threes that he knocked down. I'm really looking for him to really put leadership onto this basketball club, take them where they need to be this year at the end of the year, and that's in the WAC Conference title game.
22-9 a season ago, 11-3 in the Western Athletic Conference, and 15-3 here at GCU Arena. The associate head coach is Todd Lee. The assistant coaches Chris Trevelone and TJ Benson. Director of Basketball Operations Luke Della Riva, and the special assistant to the head coach Brendan Sabian. Graduate assistant is Johnny Hill. Shakar doing his customary warm-up in the center of the circle. This place is packed. Time for your 3 keys to the game tonight.
Yeah, it tastes like chicken, Darryl. You know everything tastes like chicken, right? Especially when you're eating up the Rattlers on the offensive glass. Leave a good taste in your mouth after the game. If you win the battle of the boards, get down on it. Ball pressure at all positions tonight is a must, and I want to see the Lopes double-team post-ups because you can cause turnovers, which will lead to easy runouts and easy baskets. And the Bando brothers, they got to fight together tonight. They got to rubber band themselves to their teammates, never point fingers, never splinter, get this thing started off the right way tonight, have that same mentality all season long.
Band of brothers, love that on Veterans Day.
We salute all the veterans. Crowd will remain on its feet here at the arena until the Lopes hit their opening bucket. Josh Braun in the lineup, not playing the exhibition, coming off concussion protocol. He looks like he's ready to go. The officials, Dennis Flannery, Toby Doolittle, and James Ford. Frayer takes the tip with Martin. Here we go. Casey Benson. Marked by Mays. Bounce pass. Blumberg's back out. Braun looks for three. Bam! Take a seat.
That's Braun absolutely loves it. Starts this thing up. This is what he started with a three.
Barham, leader in steals. With a Rattler. Back out at Desmond Williams. Average 16 points, turned it over.
That's what they need. Get that ball pressure, create some turnovers, get some transition baskets.
Mays eyeing Casey Benson. Inside, Keontae Vernon. Blumberg. Benson, drive, up, and foul.
He's not the fastest, Barry, but he just does a great job fooling the defense with a little sleight of hand. Being left-handed helps him. So many players aren't used to playing against lefties. But go back to that one by Josh Braun. Great pass by Blumberg out of the mid-post area. The down screen on the weak side for Braun, and it comes off 3 to 5.
77% free throw shooter a year ago at the University of Oregon. Corona del Sol, Tempe, Arizona native. In and out. Pulled down by Isaiah Martin. Mays. To his right. Finds Barham. Off the mark. Rebound by Braun.
Nice job boxing out on that weak side by Braun.
Benson to his right. Leads for Blumberg. Pulls back down. Oh, look out.
He thought he was on his driveway back home someplace.
I think so.
they count that in college as traveling young fella. He'll learn, hey, he's a young kid. He's going to make some mistakes, but he's going to go out there and give you all these guys going to play hard.
Mays. With left. On Miles. Back out front. Barham. Beyond the arc. Frayer eyeing him to his left. Elijah Mays. Mays looks inside. Ben Williams for a second. Push back out. 7 on the shot clock. Driving in is Barham.
Look down! No! Thank you, sir! New shell now pass. Keontae Vernon with the block.
Benson. Vernon got a little hand on that, but Miles brings it up. Mays. Barham kicks back out. Elijah Mays. Playing catch with Barham. Takes it back. Mays looking to turn the corner. Up off the glass with an underhand down around Casey.
Yeah, and Benson has done a nice job staying in front of him up until that final moment of that possession there. It's going to make it tough for Mays to get to the basket all night long.
Blumberg. Backing in. Bounce pass underneath. Keontae Vernon can't put it home.
Keontae Vernon got a little too cute with that one. Just go up with power on the same side.
The glass doesn't drop. Benson picks it up. Looks up by 2 early. Braun gets away, finds some traffic, almost loses the ball. Jay's getting in there. Converge on it. Taking time and space away. Braun finds some room. Hoop and a harm.
Miles made the mistake of thinking he could get up and pressure Braun out here by the midcourt stripe. People don't understand. Braun has got a good ability to put the ball on the floor under control. He takes it all the way from the midcourt stripe right to the heart of the defense.
Josh, an 80% free throw shooter a year ago.
Coach Marley pacing the sidelines. He likes the energy from his team thus far.
7-2 lead. Braun coming out firing, a preseason player of the year in the Western Athletic Conference. Mays inside, nowhere to go for Desmond Williams.
Did you see the way Keontae Vernon came across on the weak side and walled up the lane? Nowhere for Desmond go on that one. Side out of bounds, excuse me, ball underneath here for FAMU.
Miles to Mays. Backs out.
Can't get it off.
Williams trying to tell his teammate to get the shot off.
Yeah, no one understood that the clock shot did not reset because Braun came over and knocked that ball out of bounds. It never hit the rim. Short shot clock to work with it. And the Rattlers didn't realize it.
Braun, bounce pass. Blumberg driving over, loses the handle on it. Picked up by Williams.
That's that miscommunication. Blumberg's going to roll to the basket, not spot up in the corner.
Yep. Barham. Marcus Barham. Mays to Miles. Desmond Williams inside now. And Miles looking for some room.
Travel. Great job defensively early on by the Lopes right now. Trying to shut down those driving lanes, give them nothing on the perimeter. That's the ball pressure we talked about. Look at Oscar Frere. Slide those biscuits. No way, you shall not pass.
Almost picked off there by Miles. Braun driving. Loses it though. Mays picks it up. Makes a move on Braun.
That's the rust Braun's got right now.
Long range shot connects for Marcus Barham.
That's what Barham does. He spots out in the perimeter behind that arc. He knocked down a bunch of three-point shots. You leave him open.
38% from the arc a year ago. 2-point lead for the Lopes. Frere. Vernon took a fall.
Sniper got him from up top.
Yeah, Blumberg turns. Over Chili. Elijah Mays. Comes back out. Barham underneath. Trying to get it over to Isaiah Martin, unsuccessful. Benson up for Braun at the arc. Some room. Bam!
That's what Casey Benson does. He looks ahead, good court vision, not afraid to kick the ball ahead. This time he finds the WAC preseason player of the year. All alone out there on the perimeter. They may want to guard him.
They might. Barham. Shutting it down, look out.
Coach Marley never sit down during the game.
Yeah.
He's like a half a defender over there on that sideline.
Timeout on the floor. The Lopes are up 10-5 over the Rattlers from Florida A&M. We'll step aside and be back. Do not go anywhere.
I'm Dewey, a student here at GCU studying communications. My dad graduated from GCU in 2009, and he is definitely bleeding purple. He loves GCU to the max. And me choosing to follow in his footsteps was the best idea I could have chosen. I absolutely love sports, playing them and watching them, and I could talk about them all day. GCU has made it possible for me to pursue my passion of becoming a sports broadcaster. The program they had here and the direction it could take me was exactly what I wanted and what I needed. Knowing that I could talk to a professor or a counselor about literally anything that has to do with my academia or even just my personal life was encouraging and exciting to know. The friends and the roommates that I've had in the last 3 years have made my quality of life 1,000 times better. I am a GCU Lope, and I will forever always be one.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
GCU Arena, Barry Butel, Scott Williams, Kate Longworth for this regular season opener for GCU. Josh Braun in his first action Did not play in the exhibition opener against St. Francis, and Braun out with 9 points early on.
You talking about practice, Barry? Don't need no stinking practice. Josh Braun just comes out here like he's been doing it for 5 years. Oh, he has been doing it for darn 5 years at GCU. 3 for 3 early going, knocking down a couple of long balls. I love his ability to be able to put the ball on the floor, drive it into the heart of the defense, get a hoop with some harm.
9 of the 10 points for Josh Braun, the Anthem, Arizona native. Definitely a lot leaner.
Yeah,
a season ago.
And I think he's going to need that, quickness, loss of pounds, muscle, whatever it might be. But he's going to play a lot more too. He's going to play a lot of quick shooting guards. He'll be moving without the basketball. He's going to have to be able to run quick enough to run off of them and still fight, yet still fight through screens.
GCU has 7 points off of turnovers. The Rattlers 3.
That's one thing GCU did really good against St. Francis, getting turnovers and creating those that are points on the other end. 19 points off of turnovers versus St. Francis.
Laver in the game for Blumbergs. Gives it back to Braun, pulls back down Freyer. Freyer looks for 3. Heavy. Vernon with the rebound. Dives on the floor. Oh, it's picked off. Heady play by May.
Vernon really working hard on both ends of the floor right now.
Check that was Nasir Kaur. Reeves. Cameron Reeves in the game.
Oh. Josh Braun just got tanked underneath by Kaur. Hey, he's just off moving without the basketball. Look at Benson does a good job sliding those feet, and then it just pushes, Kaur just pushes Josh Braun right out of the play, and officials aren't having any of that rough stuff early on.
That's it. By Reeves. Laver. Jared Martin making his way to the scoring table. Freyer with a hand in his face. Drive. Ooh, swatted away.
I think they got an offensive foul. Offensive foul on Freyer. Rattler stole a pick up
outside that
page out of the GCU playbook. Look, just outside that restricted area, and sets his feet and draws the foul. So the turnover he got on the other end, he comes back and makes a good defensive play on the defensive end was Kaur.
Reeves brings it up. It's to his right. Reeves looking to make some room. Threads it through. Wasn't put back by Martin on the two-hand dunk attempt. Martin inside, Laver. Laver muscling his way, soft, but Vernon can't put it through.
Oh, Vernon really working hard on the offensive glass, but nothing to show for it as of yet.
He's driving Benson.
I think they're going to wave off that basket. They're going to say the foul occurred before the shot. B.O.B. underneath for the Rattlers.
Cameron Reeves from Champaign, Illinois, inbounds. Williams leaves it for Kaur. Kaur has it back, pulls down, drives into the paint, down the lane, pulled down by Vernon. Braun drives, teardrop.
Braun will tear up that defense if you're going to give him angles to the basket. He is on fire right now. 11 of the first 12 GCU points. Are you kidding me, Josh Braun?
Reeves. Playing it tight.
Casey Benson playing some D. He's already chewed through the knee holes on his tights.
Well, they tried that last time they were down here.
Yeah, Martin does a nice job setting a good pick, using that long frame rolling to the basket. Talking about a guy that's 7 feet tall.
That's it. That's it. Bounce pass underneath. Vernon puts it home.
I'll tell you what, the more I see this Casey Benson, the more I am impressed with the way he slips the ball to the bigs.
2 assists for Benson.
Core.
I got Lavers underneath, throwing a shoulder block. No need for that one. That's a silly foul that you don't really need to get right now when you're just getting in the game trying to get a flow.
Timeout on the floor, 14-7, the early lead for the Lopes over the Rattlers in this regular season opener. Let's send it now over to Kate Longworth.
Thank you, guys. I am joined by Dr. Brandy Glaze, who is the Dean of the Colangelo College of Business here at GCU. But more than that, he is an American hero. Thank you so much for being with us here, especially on Veterans Day observed. You're a 25-year retired colonel of the U.S. Air Force. What did it mean to you today? Just a few moments ago, we saw a tribute to those who have served the country here.
No, it's just a lot of fun that GCU is honoring the veterans, and we have a great ROTC program here in the U.S. Army ROTC, and no, it's just good. GCU gets behind GCU does an outstanding job, the student leadership, and we're just proud to be a part of this campus.
And I know the campus and us Americans are so proud of what you do serving us. And now you're serving here at GCU as the Dean of the Colangelo College of Business. And this College of Business has grown so much in the past couple of years. Take me through what that experience has been like.
Well, a lot of it is due to Mr. Jerry Colangelo. What he's done with his leadership, his involvement on campus with our students. I've personally escorted him in about 40 different classes to talk to students.
That's absolutely incredible. I know we were just talking about, like, you have to pinch yourself when you're talking to him because what he's done here, you're also very instrumental in the museum. Take me through how that came about.
Well, it's just honoring him and really cleaning out his office and giving him a chance to display all those items.
It's great. Thank you so much. We want to remind folks if they haven't been over to the Jerry Colangelo Museum, you want to come out here for a game early. It is open every night till 8 p.m. And more than that, we want to thank Dr. Randy Gibb for his service and all the other American heroes out there.
Amen, amen. Dr. Gibb, phenomenal job here at GCU. I love how he said Jerry just cleaned out his office.
That was kind of funny.
All those Olympic gold medals and
yes, George.
Yeah. Hall of Famer Jerry Colangelo. Benson, short rebound. Ends up with Cameron Reeves. Reeves brings it up high, finds Core. Nasir Core. In and out by Justin Ravenel. Laver up over the top.
Yeah, see, that's the one Laver's trying to make a play and have the inside position. Had he not gotten the silly foul, trip down the floor, 2 trips down the floor before the timeout, now he doesn't have to go to the bench. But he's a freshman. He's going to learn.
So far, the early look on Laver is a lot of shoulder shrugs and hands. What? Me? What?
I'm
learning
familiar
process.
with that look. Yeah,
You're familiar with that look?
Yeah, I mean, I got the all-time record in the Atlantic Coast Conference for fouls. I have all the looks down pat.
Man,
what, me?
I can't believe it. They must not know what they were doing. Severano.
Only time the Lopes have kind of gotten hurt tonight is when they have allowed creases in their defense to get the Rattlers to the basket.
Blumbergs. 2 Europeans.
Well, that's one here. He just got back to his strong side. One time rather, that Benson was not in a good position. He thought he was going to continue across to the top of the floor, but brought it back down to the sideline and around to the hoop.
Reeves comes back. Severano. Laser, Reeves. Ravenel swatted away. Pushed. Braun.
Josh Braun got caught ball watching just long enough. His man was able to turn the corner and gain that inside edge, cutting to the basket and playing catch up. I think the block was good up top, but a hand down around the waistband, what the officials called.
Justin Ravenel from Lithonia, Georgia, 86% free throw shooter a year ago. Misses the front end.
Yeah, near 90%er. I think sometimes when these players have to go to the line and face this noise that they have here at GCU Arena, it will rattle you. I got rid of Casey Benson's going to have to get some. Oh, he was bleeding. I think they were took care of that. I saw him bleeding on the knee earlier. As you can see, he went to the ground. He's ripped his tights.
He took a hit in practice and caught his left eye a couple of weeks ago. Benson driving. Reach in foul. Cameron Reeves. Martin inbound.
This is where GCU was so good a year ago. These BOBs, these baseline out of bounds plays. Look for a high handoff. Sometimes they'll bring the ball out, circle a big back for a little screen, and then a little high handoff to the weak side.
Braun pulls back down. And the Rattlers take it.
Yeah, second turnover from Braun. That's that rust you're talking about when he put the ball on the floor.
.205 of the drought for the Lopes. Picked off by Jared Martin. Martin on the run, takes it to the bucket.
Jared Martin was doing windmill dunks and warm-ups. I want to see some of that in the game. There was his chance to go up and throw one down. 42 decided to make sure he got the clean two off the glass.
Put an end to that drought.
Good job. Always so strong defensively, Jared Martin. One of the best defensive players on the Lopes basketball squad.
Blumberg's again on the reach around. He's got to be careful.
Look at this one right here. Just does a nice job playing off the basketball, knowing that that play is coming to the high post, leaves his guy, comes over like a thief, swipes that pass. That's where 5 points per game. This is where I really think he's going to improve his numbers this year. 3, 4, maybe even 5 points a basketball game.
Second personal on Blumberg's. Great. Keontae Burnings over there kind of explaining what he was doing. You know, can't reach around like that. Keontae was doing that.
That's what he was doing, yeah.
I think he led the team in fouls last year. I'm not sure he's the best guy, but he certainly knows what he's doing.
Yeah, you're going to explain to the officials and everybody else how he was going to try to steal that one. I tell you what, we got ourselves a ball game. You know, I think that the Rattlers were almost at that point where they could have been a huge deficit going into the break, but have stayed with it defensively. GCU went cold, and then we found ourselves here a 2-possession basketball game.
Benson methodically taking it up. Reeves. Benson back to his right. Looking for some room. Checks back out. Braun pulls down. Back out Benson. Benson drives. Underhand off the glass.
Casey Benson looked like he stepped out of Abercrombie and Fitz catalog. Not afraid to take it in there against the heart of the defense.
In and out. Careful.
A lot of body down there underneath that basket. You like to see guys fighting for rebounds.
It's not each other. Martin. Braun in the corner for three. Up high, pulled down by Justin Ravenel.
He likes that corner three. One he'd like to be able to take 3 or 4 more times tonight. His first miss of the night. Now 4 or 5 in the field.
Long-range shot connects with Desmond Williams.
Williams, he's got that ability to knock down that outside shot.
He was 0 for 5 from the arc a year ago. Nasir Kaur calls for the foul, his second. Matt Jackson in the game for Jared Martin.
I'll tell you what, they bring out one guy that can shoot the 3 and bring in another one from down under that can shoot the 3.
Takes the inbounds quickly to Braun. Braun driving, turns the corner, soft, Smith is there!
Well, that's all set up by Braun's drive to the basket. Smith's guy had to come over and help out. Left Smith free to get on that offensive glass and thunder one through.
Williams loses it. Elijah Mays. Under 8 to go, opening half. Mays decided to pull back. No room, no lanes, opening up. Poor there, and a travel.
But give a lot of credit. It won't show up on the stat sheet, but give a lot of credit to Casey Benson cutting off that driving lane.
20-14, 11 points for Josh Braun in the game. And early on, it has been Josh Braun as far as the points are concerned. Early on, he's dusted off all the rust. He's ready to go. He's the Josh we all know and love.
Yeah, except for a couple dribble turnovers, which, you know, obviously not a big deal. Didn't lead to any fast break points the other way. He's been absolutely fantastic finding his shot from behind the arc. Nobody within 8 feet of him. He knocks down the first three. That gave a lot of confidence. Then when you come out on a guy because he's knocked down a three, he's a crafty enough player to realize, hey, I'm going to put my head down and take it to the hole. Little pump fake there. Defender flies by in transition. Great job by Benson finding him out there on the wing. And I love that one right there. Oh my gosh, Josh. Way to take that ball to the basket.
GCU opened the game on a 7-2 run. Braun with 11. Basketball continues Sunday afternoon. GCU women's head coach Nicole Powell and the Lopes women's basketball welcome the Duke Blue Devils this Sunday to the arena. Duke coming off a 28-6 season a year ago, led by senior guards Lexi Braun and Rebecca Greenwell. Both returning all ACC first team selections and All-American candidates. Come out and support the Lady Lopes this Sunday. They'll be in action. If you can't make it out to the game, be sure to watch all of it starting at 1:30 with the Lopes pregame show on YourView Cox 4 or online at gcu.tv. Ready for little GCU women's basketball?
Yeah, I was checking them out today, and that tough game against Rice. It was a tale of two halves for the Lady Lopes. They played fantastic in the first half, came out on fire. Mobley and Jajewski, 14 and 16 respectively, but it was all Rice in the third quarter. Put it on them, shot nearly 70% in the second half, and pulled away for the victory. That was a fun game to watch, though. Hey, they got a good turnout. It wasn't all the havocs that they had behind us, but the band was rocking and rolling.
Great
Dance squad, the Spirit squad doing their thing. That was a funny event. If you have not been to a Lady Lopes game, I urge you to come out on Sunday and check them out.
Great basketball. Duke in town. Women were there a year ago at Cameron Indoor.
I'm supposed to say that four-letter word.
I'm sorry.
How about my Tar Heels tonight?
I knew that was going to follow up.
They got a victory tonight playing on the road against Northern Iowa.
Oh, Northern Iowa, the perennial power.
Well, you know, we did what it's supposed to do. Just got to play the teams on the schedule there, Barry. And they were up 30, 40 points before finally settling in, and I think they won by 17. But, you know, they're playing without their starting point guard who broke his hand because he was upset he lost a video game.
No, hey, joke, really?
Yeah, very silly situation.
Kids,
Young players out there, control your emotions when you're playing those games.
Yeah, try to contain your emotion like we do. Jackson for three.
Bam! I didn't realize the bank was that open this late on a Friday night. How about Matt Jackson coming out on the floor? He banked home a three.
Making a deposit.
Yeah, no. We'll take that three, though. The Looks needed that one right there.
Barham loses it.
Nice job of the double team there. Frere and Jackson said nowhere for you to go. You shall not pass. I have really liked the early defense for the Lopes. Hold the Rattlers to 35% shooting. How about this one by Jackson? Handmade, coming out on them fast. Got to get that quick trigger release. Shot a little bit strong. That's a little extra adrenaline for this home opener. Season opener, I should say.
Oscar Frere knocked that one away.
Boy, that kid has gotten it done on the defensive end here early going. Frere, Benson, Vernon, everybody doing a good job on the defensive side of the ball.
Jackson a little spark ever since he came into the game. Braun peels off, looks inside, Vernon turns to the bucket, turnaround, jumper. Rebound pulled down by Giovanni Harrell.
I got to teach Vernon a quick move. You fake that handoff, you wheel quickly with an inside reverse pivot, large to the basket, force him to block his shot at the hole.
Mays just inside the arc.
Deontay Vernon controlling that glass. I'll tell you what, this kid has impressed me early on. He's been working hard, hadn't gotten any points, but 4 rebounds now, couple on the offense, on the offensive end. Now he's got to go to the line. This is where he's got to improve, though. Got to go to that line with confidence and knock down these freebies. It's a charity stripe. How about his old buddy, his old Smash brother over there? Look at that, Brandy Glaze sitting over there with the red hat on, taking in the action. We saw him out there in the quad. He was here 3 hours before game time. He was hyped for this one. He said, of course I had to be here for the season opener. Tatted up. I'll tell you what, I didn't realize he had all them tats. Just like,
really?
Look at Keontae Vernon.
Yeah,
I think they go to the same parlor to get these things done. They probably get two for one deal.
They should do that. Vernon connects.
The pink is open down here on the south side of this arena.
Get in line.
He's even smiling about that one a little bit, having a little chuckle to himself. I'm going to shake that off and put this one in.
Oh, that was money. 7-0 run for the Lopes. The drought is 2 minutes for the Rattlers.
Forcing that lead, back to double figures. That's what Dan Marley wants. These next 4.5 to 5 minutes, so important for GCU. Continue to build on that lead and take the momentum into the locker room at halftime.
Braun checks out Fifi Adu in the game. Also, Damari Milstead in the game.
Milstead, I like this kid. He's got so much energy, so many quicks.
Driving Barham off the glass high, doesn't go. Pulled down by Bowman.
Keontae Vernon Jackson, one of those big bodies underneath, came over and changed that shot just enough that that ball wiggled out of the rim.
Mays to inbound. Barham quickly over to Williams. Williams looking to his right. Ooh, look out.
Oh, some miscommunication that time. Harrell was going back door, and that pass came across the top. If Brandy Glaze hadn't been so aggressive, it would have flown right over here to us by the scorers table, and it would be GCU's ball right now.
Brandy Glaze.
That's a Brandy Glaze. Wow. I'm sorry. I got the Smash Brothers on my mind now.
I don't think he's got any eligibility.
We'd love to have him back to be able to crash that glass again, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Go get him a jersey at halftime. Maybe they won't notice.
You see him, but he's on over the phone right now. He's over.
Think he can still fit his old jersey? I don't know. His guns look like he's popping out of the old jersey. He looks like he'd be a good inside linebacker right now.
I'm not sure that hat fits him.
Angels. You don't want to be wearing that Angels hat right now anyway. He's got a Dodgers hat on. Or maybe even a Diamondbacks hat. I can't say that.
Maybe an Astros.
Astros, yeah. They won it all, right?
They did. 5:47 on the clock, 25-14 as they look at the last play. As the officials, they were very informative with us during the pregame. Let's take a look.
Yeah, they were. They really helpful and tell us about all the new rows. Yeah, it was Vernon. Vernon got a hand on that one and knocked it out there. Harold didn't even know it was coming. Had he been a half tick faster, he would have had himself a nasty windmill dunk going the other way.
.22 on the shot clock, 5:58. The officials informing us. So you see the shot clock increase to 22. Looking at that, that obviously ticked down. Back out, have it out. Goes back, up high, rebound, Fifi Adu. Up for Damari Milstead. Milstead driving, kicks out Frere. Jackson.
I think that's the one Oscar Frere should have shot. I think he maybe thought maybe Braun was at the top.
Frere stops, one hand off the glass.
What do I know? He says, hey, why shoot the three when I go inside, give you a little bunny off glass from about 12 feet? Nice job, young fella. Don't listen to Williams.
Barham leads it there with Bowman. Williams from the corner, short.
There's that man on that glass again, chewing up another one. 5 rebounds now.
Milstead, 3 feet, picks back out top. Oh, he's got an open lane. Look at that. Clear runway. Fifi Adu, 11-0 run for the Wolves.
Well, you know how he got that wide open. Vernon came over and set a man-sized screen on a dude's man. He rumbled right on down the lane. Coca-Cola wants and needs a timeout.
3 minutes, 30 seconds is the drought. and counting for Florida A&M. They trail now by 15.
Check out this one more time. Get that little side screen from your big. Nobody's getting through that.
Here.
I could have got down that lane. I'm almost 300 pounds now. I would have trucked right on down that lane. I wouldn't have finished with no finger roll though. I would have put that thing back way behind my neck. Oh, let it go down.
That would have got the crowd on their feet.
I don't even know if I can still dunk it.
Yeah.
I got to get up and try it.
Try that, yeah.
Before next game, I used to shoot the half shot game.
Yeah, that took quite a while.
You know, half court shot?
Yep.
Now I'm going to try dunking before every game.
Okay, just don't hurt yourself.
Yeah.
You blow it like, Richard Sherman and you have an Achilles problem or
I could see the
knee.
Achilles going down. Hopefully I do an ACL. Those guys were dropping like
Right
flies
there.
last night. That game was painful to watch. Grown men screaming on the turf
you
like
don't like
that.
to see that.
I like to see those Thursday night games. I'm sure hopefully the league will address that in the offseason.
GCU from the field 55%. The Rattlers 28%.
They don't got enough guys on the floor. Somebody else supposed to be out there on the court. Apparently somebody was not paying attention at the timeout. That's the kind of stuff.
With 4, I'm fine with
That's
that.
the kind of stuff you have in the early going of the season. 4 on 5 ain't going to work for Coach Cole.
Assists in favor of the Lopes, 6-1. Miles in the corner. Reeves.
Oh, nice D. Milstead. What a job. Damari up pressuring. We talked about that pressure all over the floor. Lopes have really done a good job here in this first half, frustrating these ball handlers out on the perimeter. 5 of 18 shooting for the Rattlers right now. A bunch of turnovers.
Milstead. The back drive. Right hand. Knocked out of bounds.
Well, when in doubt, put your head down and drive it to the basket. This is some growing pains for this young fella. But it's good to see his energy out on the floor. I'm glad to see Coach Barley's giving him some minutes. That's going to give him confidence as the season progresses.
Fifi-Adu. Out there, Milstead reaching in. Vernon unable to pick it up. Travel.
How about Vernon? A couple times now, he's gone to the floor on the offensive end, throwing his body around with reckless abandon. Doesn't get the basketball, but now all of a sudden the defender's still trying to fight for it. And Frere's right there. They're out there swarming in the back, and in 1, 2, up, 2 steps.
Royal Catholic in Oakland, California, represented with Freyer and Milstead. Careful. Inside. Milstead eyed by Reeves. Comes back out. Fifi looks for 3. Bouncing around again.
I know Milstead is not going to get anything in the column, in the box score for that, but nice job with the penetration and pitch.
4:45 and counting the drop for the Rattlers. Inside, Isaiah Martin back out. Near side, stepping up. Rebound, Vernon can't get it.
Who are they going to give it to? I guess Lopes ball.
Timeout on the floor. 29-14. Keontae Vernon and the Lopes out to a commanding lead here early on as the drought continues for the Rattlers. Over 5 minutes since their last bucket. Keep it right here on your view.
I'm Sarah. I'm a senior at GCU studying hospitality management. Since the program started, it's already grown so much. There's so many opportunities for students to be able to learn outside of the classroom. We have the golf course, we have the hotel, the restaurant. My professors are industry professionals. It makes me feel comfortable knowing that I'm being trained in relevant information. When you graduate from GCU with a hospitality degree, people know that you're prepared. I think it makes you better equipped to handle any situation. It makes you more valuable, especially here in Phoenix when there's so many opportunities. The best part about being a GCU student is just the fact that I'm in a community where everyone supports me and everyone wants to see me succeed. One of the things I love about GCU is just the importance they place on servant leadership. I serve in the children's ministry, teaching Sunday school. It's incredibly rewarding. GCU is helping me find my purpose.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
Welcome back. Lopes with the 29-14 lead over Florida A&M with just over 3 minutes to go in the first half. I'm Kate Longworth. Well, right now we're taking a look at Casey Benson, who's taking a look at the game plan to finish things off here in the half. But someone else who's got his eyes on KC is Florida A&M coach Robert McCollum. Took over the Rattlers program this summer after serving as the assistant director of basketball operations at Oregon. He is with the Ducks. The entire career for Casey Benson. Casey told me he was looking forward to reuniting with his old coach. He described his coaching style as very businesslike. And guys, you better believe Coach McCollum has done his homework when it comes to trying to contain the Lopes senior guard. But so far, Casey Benson, when he's been suited up in the Lopes uniform, going out there, making things happen. And I had a chance to talk to him about what it's been like so far. And he said, how can you not go out there and try and get the job done? He said this atmosphere is just electric. He's playing back home here in the Phoenix area, and he said he goes out there wanting to have fun and making a difference for the Lopes team.
Definitely excited there. Pass by Damari Milstead, looking for Vernon, picked off by Brendan Miles. Frayer called.
It's going to be free throws. FAMU in the bonus now, going to the line, shooting one-on-one the rest of the half. And Oscar Frayer picks one up, and he's going to have to. She's going to the bench.
Frayer, Fifi, Damari Milstead check out. Brendan Miles to the line, sophomore from Atlanta. Martin. Jackson leaves with Benson.
1-3-1 here out of this break.
Inside, Vernon, underhand. Oh, looky here.
Well, when they go to zone defense like that, you got to flash the open spots in the middle of that zone. And Vernon does a nice job being a big target, catches that basketball and just wheels right to the hoop.
Bowman in the corner for Reeves. Connects. Put an end to the drought that was over 5.5 minutes.
Yeah, that's Braun's fault that time. Got in the air, and they had to get some help from the weak side defense. Left the perimeter shooter wide open.
Martin quickly to Vernon. Bounce pass. Benson. Benson doing a lot of running. Inside to Vernon. Turns to the bucket on Martin. Goes to his right.
Goal line, shoot free throws. Good job being aggressive once again. Catching that ball on that high post. He settled for an outside jumper on the right wing earlier. I think he must have heard me when I said, put your head down, young fella, and take it hard to the hole, because that's what he's done on the last 2 possessions. Now he earns himself a trip to the free throw line. He made his last 2. See if he can get this third one to go.
Oh, tried to grab that rebound. .210 to go, opening half. Cameron Reeves. Desmond Williams. Far side to Brendan Miles. Back over, turning around is Craig Bowman. Bowman back beyond the arc. Looks for 3. Off the front of the rim, and Jackson pulls it in. Benson looking up. Now to his left. Braun. Travel. 9 turnovers. Cameron Reeves, freshman. Benson working on him, picked off, Vernon. Vernon drives, bounce pass, Benson drives, right hand, foul.
Well, I know Vernon's just got the 6 points, but he's got 6 boards, and he's doing a heck of a job defensively. Twice now he's been able to get a deflection and a steal that has led to an opportunity for one of his teammates the other end. I was hoping there was going to be enough spacing for Vernon to give that one up and then get it back from Benson right around the rim. But FAMU got back in transition. They're going to force Benson to go earn it from the line. You know, Kate talked to Benson a little before last game, asking because the fans that are so boisterous and loud throughout the game, they get so quiet when players go to the free throw line that he says it's an adjustment for him. And I wonder if we've seen him miss a couple tonight if he's still in that adjustment period. We talked about him being an 80% shooter, right?
Yeah. I would think it would be an adjustment for any new player. Williams drives. Ball on the Rattlers.
Oh, I thought GCU might have knocked that one out. I thought maybe Keontae Vernon swatted that one out. I wonder if he swats it out and then it bangs back up off of Martin. Yeah, he gets a piece of it from behind and it bounces right off of, I guess it was Williams, not Martin, Williams' chest.
Benson, bounce pass, Braun up high, not there. Vernon can't tap it back. Loose ball though, and Jackson picks it up. Braun quickly to Martin, looks for three. Bam!
My favorite Martin hanging out there behind that perimeter. Now 2 of 2. A lot of contributions off the bench tonight. Make it 12 points off the GCU bench.
Reeves. Williams, near side. Ravenel. Back out to Reeves. 30 and counting. Warham. Ravenel quickly. Reeves.
Look at them switching on that perimeter defense.
Good work. Travel.
That's great coaching and great execution by that GCU defense. There was a lot of dribble handoffs, guys coming together, and they handled the situation, communicated it perfectly, and forced the Rattlers into a turnover.
Time out on the floor, 35-17. Braun with 11 points, leading the way. Vernon with 6. Take a look at the preseason coaches poll. The Western Athletic Conference, look who's on top. GCU, New Mexico State, Bakersfield, Utah Valley, the top 4 right there. It's going to be hotly contested.
Yep.
Didn't see a final. Utah Valley have the lead.
How about that in Kentucky?
Yep.
Really taking it to them. They got Duke tomorrow. They're going to be a tough squad. Of course, New Mexico State's always tough. They got new coaching down there, but you know, and then Bakersfield. It's no easy win either. But if GCU can stay healthy and continue to grow over the course of the season, especially during this home cooking that they got these first 9 basketball games, counting the St. John's game over at Talking Stick Resort Arena, they're going to get forced to reckon with in the WAC.
Picked off the pass.
No fouls here. Got 4 seconds to shoot.
Careful. Picked off. Not there. Woo, you got to be careful. 17-3 to end the half. A GCU run. And they lead at 35-17. Impressive opening half as the Rattlers narrowed it, and then it went back up and opened up for the Lopes, and the drought continues. 2:39 now for the Rattlers. Let's send it over to Kate Longworth.
All right, thank you guys. Well, obviously, Dan, the score looks good at the half, but I know there's been some things out there. Last game, we saw so much production from the freshmen. Tonight, not as much, and some turnovers out there. What kind of stands out to you in this first half?
Yeah, too many turnovers, and then our freshmen got into foul trouble. And that's something they're going to have to learn. You talk about it in the physicality of the game. They try to grab and bump. They got to learn what to do and what not to do, and they got in early foul trouble. But defense has been great. Besides the turnovers, I'm real happy. Thought we locked in. Guys came off the bench and did a good job.
Yeah, and on the flip side, your leaders really stepping up there. We saw Keontae, Jared Mark making some shots at the end, but also Josh Braun back in action and really set the tone.
Josh is pretty good. I mean, it's a lot easier, you know, when Josh is in there, and, you know, he's been great for 5 straight years. So it's glad to have him back, but we got to concentrate and do a better job and make free throws and not turn it over.
All right, right, we wish you the best luck in the second half. And guys, I almost feel like I want to drop the mic after that interview, because did you see that? Dan Marley complimented the team in the first half, and I also got a smile at him. So that was a pretty strong interview. He might be happy with the first half play.
A whole new Marley. Yeah, he's got to be happy with that defensive effort. Just 17 points on 6 of 22 shooting.
35-17, the Lopes on top over the Rattlers. We'll be back with our halftime festivities from GCU Arena. Much more, so keep it right here on Your View.
I've been to other colleges, and GCU is the most student-friendly campus that I've been in.
I work full-time, I have a young family. Coming to class at night after work has been perfect with my schedule.
It allows me to still, work a 50 to 60 hour week, but also come to school.
I could have gone online, but I like the in-class experience.
I work full-time, and I'm also a parent, so having evening classes have been the best option for me.
Well, my favorite part of the program has definitely been the students and the faculty, especially the students. Our cohort has been really close, and we've become friends even outside of class.
We all have a relationship now, and it really helps you get through the program.
The professors have all been great.
The focus on the individual students is unlike any other campus I've been in.
What I've learned throughout my curriculum here at GCU, I've been able to apply on multiple levels.
It is one night a week, so it's a lot easier to attend classes, especially since I like the in-person interaction.
I know this knowledge is going to help me.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
Welcome back. You're watching Lopes basketball here on Your View, Cox Channel 4. Right now, GCU with a 35-17 lead over Florida A&M at the break. Just talked to Dan Marley. He's very pleased with the team's effort, but of course, knowing Dan Marley, he'll demand even more from the team in the second half. And we demand a lot from you at home. That's right. We want you to be a part of the broadcast tonight using the hashtag LopesRising. Find us on Twitter and Instagram, and who knows, you might be a part of our broadcast. You see the tweet scrolling on the bottom of your screen. We want that tweet to belong to you. So please join us tonight's game and each and every game on social media. Be interactive. And you are watching, too, the Jabali African Acrobats here are the halftime entertainment at GCU Arena. But really, this crowd has been entertained since tip-off, as the Lopes are making it count as they tip off their first official game of the 2017-2018 season. And this team now, they are NCAA tournament eligible. I'm Kate Longworth, and this is your Lopes halftime show. And I'm joined now by women's soccer players Blakely Frosch and Mackenzie Cook. And speaking about the Lopes basketball team being NCAA tournament eligible, well, all the fall sports were also eligible for their conference tournaments. And congratulations to the women's soccer team, because they were the first team here on GCU campus to punch their ticket to the conference tournament, and Blakely, congratulations on that. I know the fall sports kind of had a competition about it, so what did it mean to the soccer team to be representing at that WAC tournament last week?
It was great to be able to have all the fans and all the support. To be the first team to be in an NCAA tournament as well as host it at home was great, and it was just great to play and get extra games this year as opposed to my previous years.
And we want to congratulate you, because the Lopes went out there, won their first game 3-2 over UTRGV, and as Blakely mentioned, Mackenzie, you guys got an opportunity to host this tournament. What was the whole experience like? You guys have been on the outside looking in when it comes to WAC tournament play. This year, a part of it.
It was just awesome to be home for it and just have all of our fans. It was a great opportunity. It was our first year being able to go. So being able to have it here at GCU, it was just awesome because we had all of our fans and everyone there with us.
And it's obviously great for you guys, I know, to play under the lights at the new GCU Stadium the past couple seasons. And you've had a lot of great memories, your career in a Lopes uniform. It was your senior year. You go out on a high note. What has it meant to you to be wearing the Lopes uniform?
It's meant a lot to me to be able to build a legacy here at GCU for my 4 years here. Being able to support the team, teach them as everyone. We get new freshmen and whatnot, and then to hopefully help them build for next year.
And speaking of that, you guys did fall to Utah Valley in the tournament, but it was a close game, that close to the champion who's going on to the tournament action for NCAA. So I bet you feel happy about that. It's a stepping stone in the right direction. You're a junior. You have one more year here at GCU. What are your goals next year?
I think our goal this year is just to come out hard and win the tournament this year. I mean, we got to semifinals and then we lost, but I think we have a really good shot of winning it next year.
And congratulations to both of you, first team all WAC. I know you guys mean a lot about the team and those honors, but what's it mean to you to have those personal accolades?
It means a lot to get recognized and to be able to come and support our team. It's a team award, and it means we're all working hard.
All right, well, congratulations on your endeavors after school, and best of luck next year. We hope to be out there for a game broadcast for you guys. All right, well, the broadcast continues here for men's basketball. That's right, the Lopes are up right now, 35-17 over the Rattlers. We still have more action coming in the second half, but first, Scott and Barry join us on the halftime show right after this with stats, highlights, and much, much more. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Lopes basketball here on Your View.
GCU is the university that never sleeps, moving at the speed of light. And now GCU is leading in the area of computer science and IT. With over 200 university degree programs across 9 colleges, on campus and online, join the most inventive concept in education today. Fast-track options available with courses in cybersecurity, cloud computing, and systems architecture. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu/IT. At GCU, earning your degree online doesn't have to be without the college experience. To find your purpose, it takes support from those around you. GCU's leadership offers over 3 decades of experience in delivering real-world degree programs online. GCU's online class size averages less than 17 students with full-time faculty and student advisors. Find your purpose online at Grand Canyon University. Call us today at 855-428-7692.
Finding the right college isn't always simple. The choices I make today affect where I'll be tomorrow. That's why I chose Grand Canyon University. Here I'm working toward a greater purpose and a place that feels like home. With scholarships to help me earn my degree, I can graduate in less than 4 years. By attending GCU, Arizona's premier private Christian university, I know I'm not just making the right choice, I'm making the smart choice.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
Back live at GCU Arena where the Lopes are on top of the Rattlers, 35-17. Barry Butel, Scott Williams, Kate Longworth from GCU Arena. So glad you could tune in for this regular season opener of the 2017-18 season. A year the team is tournament eligible, and some high expectations are all around for this team. And an opening half, well, came out flying, didn't they? They had a little bit of a drop, and then they came on strong. They lead at 35-17.
Yeah, it was the Lopes that were the Vipers tonight defensively, being very aggressive, a lot of venom in that defense, and just could not get anything going. Was FAMU, just 6 of 22 shooting. We talked about 27%. Forcing some turnovers as well.
Let's take a look at our opening half highlights. Begin with Josh Braun from the yard.
Yeah, Josh Braun, you know, we talked about him not playing in the preseason. Who needs stinking preseason? You come out and you go 4 for 4, 0 for 3 cents. Got a little bit tired. He'll have to find his shot coming out of that locker room. But I love that one with the pump and go. Casey Benson doing a nice job pitching the ball ahead. And then Martin off of that bench comes in there, just flies on that weak side, takes it down into the easy 2. On the other end, and I love Casey Benson. He's always finding guys out there. This time Josh Braun finds him out on the perimeter, and he puts his head down, goes to the hole with the right hand finish, the weak side, I should say. And then Williams, he did a little pump fake, step back, jump shot, knocks down the long ball, and I love Kerwin Smith. They got good production off of that bench with Martin and Smith, a little follow jam there for the easy 2 after the weak side had to come over and help out. And after a 5-minute and 50-second drought, Reeves finally ends it with a 3 out of the corner, but 17's the 3 run because Martin does it one more time from behind the arc with the long ball.
Lopes started 7-2. They finish on a 17-3 run. They lead at 35-17. The field goal shooting at 50%. Rebounding their edge at 18-14. Points in the paint, 18-6.
That's what I was watching all half. Doing a great job, not allowing any penetration. They got a couple buckets for the most part. All those bigs coming across the weak side. And I love the perimeter, the way they were sliding their feet, not even allowing them to get inside the paint.
Bigs getting a little foul trouble, Blumbergs and Laver.
Yeah, you can expect that, though, from the freshmen opening night. It's one thing to do it in the preseason against St. Francis, but now the popcorn's really popping, the lights are bright. They got a little nervous tonight. They'll bounce back here in the second half.
All right, we shall see. Second half is just around the corner. We'll be back with more from GCU Arena with the Lopes on top of the Rattlers, 35-17.
Our company's Comfortpedic Inc. We're a local mattress company here. It's a small family business that my dad started. Now we are providing the dorm mattresses to the most recent dorms here at GCU. One of my professors, he was a professor for my junior year, Paul Waterman. He was the one that started everything. Without him, this wouldn't have been possible. I came up with a short presentation, a very quick business pitch. I presented Dr. Gibb with my company history, and he loved it. So first we started with the hotel mattresses. Brett Courtwhite was very helpful, and everything ran smoothly. From there, we began with the dorm mattresses. We asked them what exactly they were looking for in a dorm mattress, and that's when we started to come up with a prototype. We brought in one of the mattresses that GCU currently has. We opened it up. We saw where they needed improvement and what we could do best to maximize a better prototype. And we came up with the mattresses that we have now, and after that everything ran pretty smoothly, thankfully. You can see the community thriving along with GCU, and just the fact that GCU was willing to buy locally from a company that's only 10 minutes away, you can tell that they really want the community to grow with them. I'm very proud to say I'm a Lope, and I tell it to everyone, go to GCU, Lopes up. I'm very, very proud.
Welcome back. A beautiful night here in the Valley and a great show here inside GCU Arena as the Lopes are up at halftime, 35-17, and ready to take the court for the second half, hoping to finish things strong as the Lopes look for their first official win of the 2017-2018 season. And leading the way for the Lopes tonight, Josh Braun, the mayor. He's back in action. Very hot from tip-off with 3 straight shots. Now he has 11 points to his name. Oscar Freyer with 2 points. Keontae, Smash Brothers with his friend Brandy Glaze in the house tonight. He has 6 points to his name. And now Josh Braun getting ready for action in the second half. Dan Marley said, well, he couldn't say much. He actually just chuckled. He said it is just great to have Josh Braun out on the court. Really takes command and leadership out there, makes things happen when it comes to his play, and obviously the players, his teammates also respond to his hard work out there. And so now Dan Marley and crew ready to get the second half action underway.
Up 35-17, head coach Dan Marley. Defense, the lead is strong, and the defense equally as strong.
Yeah, defense may be stronger. I think the way they are patrolling that paint, making it hard for anybody to find a crevice to even get to. I love that one by Oscar Freyer. That's when you put it in the lap. When you've got that much confidence in defensively, not only to be able to stay on the ball yourself, but knowing that one of your bigs is going to come over and get your back. If somebody does come by you, that's getting it done in practice, that's getting it done in the lab. A lot of credit to the coaching staff when they break up bigs and smalls, or when they're playing together against starters versus subs. Those guys got it done. Every man to them off that bench that performed, played good defense.
GCU. Pep band. Move too. Teams huddling up. We'll be ready to go. Charting out opening play. Crowd will get up on its feet and remain on their feet until the Lopes hit that
opening bucket of the second half. So glad you could tune in. Watch this regular season opener.
I just got a good look at this basketball. They're playing a new ball this year. It's got a funky little dimple pattern to it. It looks more like a golf ball that that met a basketball out here. I wonder if players are still trying to adjust to that, because we saw a lot of turnovers on both sides of the basketball floor tonight.
Here, Core. Marcus Barham, to his right, loses it.
That's called foreshadowing in the movie.
That was the ball's fault. 15 turnovers for the Rattlers. Benson. I'm thinking maybe he just took his eyes off of it.
Probably. Oscar Frere lost it, though. Maybe there is something to it. Yeah.
It's a conspiracy.
Can't do anything about the traveling. I don't know what that is.
We're going to maybe get down to some fundamentals.
Well, I'll tell you what, not exactly the way both coaches would have liked to start this second half. 2 turnovers for the Rattlers and 1 for the Lopes. Maybe they'll settle down now here and someone will get a shot up on the rim.
Benson. Blumbergs. Near side, Braun. Bounce pass, Vernon. Turn in. Right hand off the glass and in.
Waste no time with the line of player down there. I like Vernon. Now he's settled down after the first 6 minutes of this game, playing a real nice ball game.
Mays looking for somebody back beyond the arc. Williams pulls down just inside the arc. Back out. Elijah Mays inside Martin, up over the top.
We got Keontae Vernon fronting the 7-footer, which is not going to work out with him for his undersized. Blumbergs comes over slow from the weak side, and as he'll realize, all players will eventually be dunked on at some level of college experience or not the pros. So that time Big Martin got the better of that play.
No foul. Bucket. Bounce pass. Blumbergs. Tried to turn. Williams got a hand on it. 13 on the shot clock. Inbound by Frere. Benson. Frere. To his right. Braun. Side by Miles into the corner. Blumbergs. Bounce pass. Vernon. Back out. Blumbergs. Oh, just off the mark at the buzzer.
Still trying to get in that scoring column right now. Played over 11 minutes and having a little bit of a freshman freeze here to open the season.
Benson on the run. Benson bounce pass. Ooh. I know the bigs, you don't like those passes near your feet.
Don't give it to me below my knees, man. Slide that thing underneath the arm of the defense. I can catch it around my waist or my chest and go up and finish that thing up at the rim. I don't want to get it down there below my knees. I'm not going to blame that one on the big fella because he was running that wing.
Williams. Step back. Rings in and out.
They're doing the job on Williams. This guy had 25 and 10 on Monday, and he's got 2 points on 1 of 5 shooting.
Vernon. Braun. Braun driving to the paint.
Oh, he waved off the shot. Come on, how about a little continuation? Josh Braun does a good job, though. Always pressuring the defense to have to make a good play. So good with the ball. Look at that big right shoulder now. Right into the defender there. See, I'm going to make the official make a call.
Frere to inbound. Early second half. Benson back to Frere. Braun. Beyond the arc, looking for 3. In and out. Vernon's there. Put back. Swatted by Halo. Blumbergs.
Welcome to the party, pal. That's the way to crash the glass. The big's getting it done underneath.
Benson eyeing Mays. Mays to his left. Miles driving up and over the top of Blumbergs.
Oh, that was nice. Yep. Blumbergs came over ready to swat that shot.
Frere took the deep pass. Out of bounds.
Benson likes those 45 to 55-foot passes to find his bigs out running in transition. And how about this one? Josh Braun pulls up. Vernon's on that glass one time, and then Blumberg comes over on the weak side and said, I'll clean up what you don't get. Maybe he'll be the smash brother that Keontae Vernon is missing in Brandy Glaze.
Big shoes to fill. Williams pulls back down. Not there. Blumberg with the rebound. Benson brings it up. 16.5 to go, second half.
Oh, got him in a moving screen that time in transition. They love that drag screen, a very familiar thing you see at the NBA level. Coach Marley, so many years playing and coaching and broadcasting at the NBA level. They love that drag screen, but big fellas got to get down into that position and get those biscuits set, establish that position so when Benson comes off, he's not moving and gets whistled for a foul. That's going to be his third.
Keeps him on the floor, does Marley.
Yeah, he can afford to. He's got the depth.
Yeah.
A year ago, he'd have to get Vernon or Lavers up off that, Smith or Lavers up off that bench, but now he can say, hey, I can leave young fella out there a little bit longer. Give him another 2-3 minutes of burn.
Braun. Bounce pass beyond the reach of Martin.
Yeah, but look at Keontae Vernon. He caused that turnover. Not standing behind the defender's back. Nice swim move around to get in front. Got just enough of a piece of it to throw it off. Martin wasn't able to handle to carry him. There, one more time real quickly. Just down here battling, banging, swim move around, and then Martin loses it off of his fingernails.
Benson backs out a little bit. Now to his right. Frayer back to Benson.
It's 1-3-1. Excuse me, 1-2-2. Making it 1-3-1. Trying to swing out there, get out on the shooters, and clog up the middle, but Braun finds an opening.
Short. Ooh. Rattlers bumped into one another. Loose ball. Picked up by Frayer. Good grief. Why did they call that out?
They kind of called a foul, but that's got to be continuation. Casey Benson was in the act of shooting when he got that contact. And I never want to be one to get on the officials. I did that enough as a player. Don't like it doing it as a broadcaster, but that bump is so simultaneous to him jumping up off the ground. I think Casey Benson wanted to add one as well. Look at his brother TJ. He got a kick out of it, talking to the official like, come on, that's my blood. Give him the ball in the bucket.
Send it over to Kate Longford.
Well, guys, as we can see by the score, we know the Lopes love playing here at GCU Arena, and who wouldn't? After all, it's an electric crowd. And in talking with the players, they said they absolutely feed off the energy in this building, really taking advantage of a home court, which comes in favor for the Lopes because they have 8 of their first 9 games of the official season here at GCU Arena. And that one game that is not at home in the first couple weeks is against St. John's, but that game will be played at Talking Stick Arena, so you better believe the Havocs will travel for that one. Meanwhile, as you look at the schedule, a lot of holiday home cooking, as Scott Williams puts it. Leading up to Thanksgiving, you can see this team at home on Monday, this Monday coming up, and then they will be home here next Saturday, as well as the Monday before Thanksgiving. Right after Thanksgiving, they're back in action against San Diego. And then to start off December, you see UC Riverside here on the 2nd, and North Carolina Central here on the 11th. Then they travel to Boise State on the 13th. But they come right back that following week, 18th and 21st. They've got some home games. So you want to try and get out here, check out a game, and of course, all home games will be seen right here on Your View Cox Channel 4, as well as that game at Orleans Arena on December 27th against Morgan State. That game is in Vegas, but we'll be bringing you all of the action. And Scott, I wonder, I mean, we're looking at these crowd shots. Obviously, they are the 6th man, I imagine, for the Lopes team. But from the players' perspective, how key can it be to have this energy and have this schedule so home-heavy to start off this season? Is that going to help this team, say, come March, to punch their ticket?
Oh, absolutely. You got time to gel, really come together to get to know your teammates off the floor as well as on it.
Here in the second half, each team with 4 points and 4 turnovers. Inbound, Blumberg, that's it. Up high, behind the back, doesn't go for Blumberg.
Did he try to reverse jam that ball at the rim? Oh my goodness. Cocky little freshman.
Freyer on the run. Freyer surveys, drives, pulls back, floater off the glass, not there, puts it back. Oh my goodness. Woo!
Oh, I thought Kerwin Smith had pogo stick for legs. I tell you what, that was Sean Marion-esque, the way he went after his first attempt and got it back before anybody could even move. He was tipping that thing back in with his right paw.
Williams. Outside the restricted area was Braun.
Look at this one more time. You want to talk about an athletic player. This is the first attempt, follows and miss all the way around to the right side. How does he get from the left side all the way outside the lane on the right side and then still guide the ball back in the basket? Are you kidding me, Oscar Freyer?
Laver in for Blumberg. Benson comes back to his left. Wants Laver, finds him to his right. Freyer. Braun getting wrapped up there by Nasir Kaur.
Now, Braun just frustrating these defenders. He's just so big and so strong. He does a nice job just putting that pressure on the defender, getting that body contact. 3 fouls now.
Vernon to Laver. Side by Williams. Braun moves to his right. Drive, stopping, popping, short.
Okay, he's officially gassed. But you see Josh Braun air ball one inside of 16 feet. He needs a blow.
Martin called. His second personal foul. The lead is 20. Benson. Benson driving. Comes back out. Now to his left. Weaving, cutting. Driving to his left. Bounce pass, Laver. Laver.
That's where he shows. Look at his moxie here. Taking his time with patience.
Oh.
That's hard to teach a young big. Sometimes you get down there and your heart starts pumping when you got the ball. Like, I finally got the ball, I finally got the ball.
Marley
he takes his time, surveys the defense, lets the cutters go by. Nice job turning to the baseline away from the trouble and knocking one down.
Oh, my.
Laver says, hey, I came over and it went off the other guy in the green shirt. Italian Stallion wanted this one back. Watch, he comes over and says, hey, he ripped it out of my hands and it hit him on the thigh. I think it should have been GCU's ball.
Inbound, Barham.
Oh, walk too. Wow.
To the left, Kaur. Rebound, Freyer.
Yeah, he's everywhere. Yep. He's everywhere out on that basketball floor. How many boards is that for Freyer now? They only got him with 3 rebounds. Seems like he's been everywhere.
Freyer stolen by Martin.
In the ballgame for Travelers, number 21, Justin Ravenel.
Ravenel checks back in. Cameron Reeves also. Kaur out. Elijah Mays out.
Also for Travelers, number 1, Nick Severato.
Lots of
Severato
substitution there. Shovel him in. Coach McCollum trying to find a combination that will work. Stuck on 21 points here. Almost under 13 minutes to go in this basketball game.
Benson, open look. Off the mark. Ravenel. Leaves there for Reeves.
Cooled down here in the second half. Shot 50% in that first half, but right now under 30% from the floor.
350 and counting the drought for the Rattlers. Severato leads for Reeves.
Short shot clock, they may not get it off. I got it off.
The drought continues. Up for Benson. Benson quickly to Braun. Braun driving, pushes out to Freyer. He wants 3. Not there. Rebound, though, picked up by Keontae Vernon. Fresh 30, driving up high, off the glass. Laver, Braun,
Loose ball on the floor. Braun pulls it up, muscles his way, leaves it under for Laver. Off the glass and in.
Lopes out working him. That's just hard work. Hard hat, lunch pail basket right there.
To his right, Rabideau. Looks for Barham, but Frere says no. Turning around. Oh, Vernon's called.
A little too much chest, a little too much body underneath. Vernon gets a little bit of a chuckle out of it. And how about the job on the offensive glass tonight? 10 offensive rebounds.
Timeout on the floor, 45-21. The Lopes on top of the Rattlers. Keep it right here on your view.
GCU is the university that never sleeps, moving at the speed of light, so we can give our students the competitive edge they need to succeed. And now, GCU is leading in the areas of computer science and IT. We prepare students to meet the demands of the fastest growing industry through our innovative IT programs in our College of Science, Engineering, and Technology. Using the latest real-world tools and an adaptive curriculum, GCU gives students the education they need today to excel in their careers tomorrow. Join the most inventive concept in education right now and position yourself for a future in the expanding world of IT. GCU offers fast-track options with courses in cybersecurity, cloud computing, systems architecture, and business analytics. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu/IT.
(35-17) in the opening half, 10-4 here in the second, 45-21 is the score here in the second with 11:59 to go. Another packed house. The Lopes dominating in the paint, 28-8. Also doing well, bench scoring have the edge, 16-8. Second chance points, 14-2. They were 15-3 here on their home court a year ago.
They have really stuffed this stat sheet in their favor. You mentioned the big ones, points in the paint, second chance points, and one thing that I always like to see, and it's going to be a big thing all season long with this Lopes team, is that points off the bench. They got 16 points off the bench tonight. You know, Martin Smith doing a nice job off of that bench, and Lavers as well. He's got himself 4 off the pine. It's not always easy coming off that bench and scoring either, Barry. I was primarily a bench player most of my career. You got to pay attention to what's going on the floor. Look at the guy that you may be matching up once you get your number called or your name called. It's your time to go on the floor. They know they got a little bit of a lather and you're coming in a little cooler. You're going to be ready to play, ready to perform. That's not always easy for young guys. Nice to see that Laver's doing a good job here in the second half. Really making his presence felt around the basket defensively, and now he's got a couple buckets underneath.
Severado
coming out with a little trap. How will the Lopes handle it? It was something they struggled with last year.
Jackson gets through it with help from Blumberg. Jackson to his left, near side. Turns on Severado. Frere. Step back and in! Oh, silky smooth.
If the kid starts developing that type of game, it's going to be lights out for a lot of whack opponents this year. Nice job in transition, getting a quick bucket.
Barham.
Rattlers trying to stay with all they want to do is try to get this thing under 10 points with 5 minutes to go. Give themselves an opportunity. Right now, still struggling with a 23-point deficit.
Braun. Blumberg's inside, Laver.
I love the pass by Blumberg. Anytime the bigs go high-low, that's like 14 feet of fun. Those guys out there working hard on the defensive end, looking for each other on the offensive end. You got to remember, that's a couple freshmen. Yep. That was a two-hand overhead pass right through the heart of the defense. Give Blumberg's credit for the pass and give Laver's credit for catching that doggone ball. I would have liked to see him not bring it down where he would have got stripped. Stay a little bit higher with it, make sure you get the hoop. But, you know, still, to be able to catch that basketball, throw a little pump fake up there, get the contact, and now he's got to go to the line, knock down this free throw to make it all work. Me talking this much about it.
Rings out. Frere tried to get it. Laver's right wrist a little bandaged up there. Saw him dealing with that in practice this week. Reeves. Picked up by Oscar Frere. Wheels up. Bam!
Levitates and detonates. That's the way you get points in transition right there. Nice job by Oscar Frere. Number of times these perimeter passes have gone slipped away. Coach McCullough does not like the way his team executed that last offensive set. He was really getting after his team. Somebody had forgotten to play, and he is livid on that bench right now. Coach Marley, on the other hand, he is loving the effort he's seeing from his team.
Nothing electrifies the crowd.
Yeah, that's just a silly pass right there. Man was not open, and Oscar Frere, he took out from outside the paint, gave these Havocs something to get up off their feet, cheer about.
Frere will run way forward.
Oh my goodness, I love that right there. Doesn't put perfection too. Doesn't try to reach with the wrong hand. Uses the hand away from the body of the defender to avoid that contact, making sure he won't get whistled for a foul, and then he's off to the races.
49-24, the capacity crowd standing on the upper deck here, enjoying every moment of it. This regular season home opener. 8 points, 4 boards for Oscar Frere, the sophomore. That upper deck, they branded the atmosphere. Cheerleaders made their way up there. Get in that crowd engaged as well. The 7,200 plus.
Good Oscar Frere, find number 4. I love that one right there. That was after me talking about him not being aggressive shooting the three. He drove it hard to the hoop. Another drive to the basket there. Cleans up his own offensive miss. I love this one right here. He develops that dream shake right there. It is lights out for anybody that he's going to go up against, and then we all know he can elevate and detonate in front of him. Well, so nice job by this young fella tonight. Showing patience defensively, going for his opportunities for steals when he wants to, staying out of foul trouble. Doing a good job knocking down a high percentage, 4 of 7 from the field.
GCU started the second half a bit chilly, 4 of 15 since that point. They are 3 for 3. Outscoring the Rattlers 17-4 off of turnovers.
This place is packed. You got guys standing up behind the 213, 214, 212 sections here in center floor, wrapped all around this building. This has got to be a sellout here for the home opener, huh? 7,200?
Season tickets all sold out. If you're interested, certainly contact the GCU Arena box office.
I had a half a dozen people ask me for tickets yesterday. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? These tickets go fast. They're a hot commodity. You better call that box office a couple of weeks in advance. It's like trying to get a reservation at the hot restaurant. You can't just call the day that you want to go dine. You better call a month in advance to get tickets for a GCU
come on
game.
early. Stop by the GCU Hotel restaurant. Have a little pregame meal.
Are you talking about Canyon 49?
Yeah.
Oh, I love Canyon 49.
We go to lunch there, you and I, and Kate and Rich.
Yeah, you even buy. I love that even more.
That was once. Back to the alligator arms for me. Benson gets it to Laver. They're swarming him. Laver takes it, drops it. Severado. Careful, he took a hit to the top of the head there.
Yeah, he was talking Italian to the officials so he wouldn't get the technical. They had no idea what he was saying, but he rumbled all the way out from behind, above the three-point line, rumbled all the way down the floor. Laid it in the basket. I love that one right there. Somebody's hurt.
I think Laver came down on Severado.
Did he get an elbow to the head?
Yeah.
I got concussed one time, and a big fella kind of came down and knocked me in the forehead. Look at Laver's right here. Okay, they're going to swarm me. Forget it. I'm going to put my head down. I'm going to get hard to the hole. Look at that one more time. Yeah. It's the off arm. Laver's after he lays it in. That elbow comes down and cracked him on top of either the head or the side of the neck. Not quite sure which one.
Reeves. Williams in and out. Oh, drops.
Hey, well, I'll tell you what, nice finishing form on that one for Williams. Got some style points. That ball came halfway out of the bucket. Matter of fact, they ended up off the glass and still went back in. Look at Casey Benson out here. They're really extending their pressure now out to 40 feet on the floor.
Williams averaged 16 points a season ago. He has 6. Leading the Rattlers this evening. Lumbergs looking to go around Martin. Travel.
The initial move was nice, but then he got his head down. He got that ball down below his knees, where we were talking about big fellas don't like to try to do much with it from there, and that's when those feet start moving.
Reeves to his left, comes back to his right. Benson follows. Barham looking to move on Martin. Nowhere to go. Back to Reeves. 14, 13, shot clock counting down. Fifi Adu at the storage table. Joined there by Damari Milstead. 6 on the shot clock. Finding some room in the corner. And connecting is Marcus Barham.
Barham, he can knock down those 65 threes a year ago, over 2 a game, and you leave him open, he's going to make you pay.
Laver looks long distance short. Rebound, Braun. Braun back out Benson. Oh, swatted away there by Isaiah Martin. And Williams caught the back of Casey Benson's head with his foot.
I was a little surprised Braun gave it to Benson down there with Martin, the 7-footer of the game. And he tried to float her up over the top of Martin, but this kid is just so long. That's what he does. And yeah, it's Williams clips him on the back of the head. Bam! Right there. And then I think he stepped on him as well. So we're going to have to check out his game, see if he's bleeding out of his ear hole.
Milstead in for Benson. Jackson comes in. Braun. And Lumbergs checked out.
And that's the thing. Look at Coach Marley. He can come off the bench with 3-4 guys. They got Kerwin Smith. He's ready to check in. Next possession is a dead ball maybe as well, maybe after this first free throw. But a lot more depth than he had a year ago. Now, granted, they were banged up a little bit that first half of last year as well, but Lavers comes out, Smith comes back in, Adu's in, Jackson off that pine, Martin off that pine, and I want to see what Milstead does. His opportunity to run the floor here. What can he get done here in this next 8 minutes and 17 seconds?
Laver out, Kerwin Smith in. So run for the Rattlers. Justin Ravenel called for the fouls.
Good job by Milstead that time. The double team was coming slow from across the top, and he saw that and recognized it was coming from the middle of the floor. He took off baseline. Didn't try to take on the double team. Went away from the pressure. Got the crevice to the lane that he needed, that little crack. Got that body contact. Now he's got to make free throws. Struggled from the line the second half. The Lopes are missing a couple of front ends of these one-on-ones in tonight's ball game.
Reeves, Milstead eyeing him. To his left. Ravenel back to Reeves. Reeves looking for somebody.
He's not going to get around Milstead.
Leaves it there.
Look at that switch. Look at that switch. These guys are talking to community. Now the double team comes.
Martin picked off by Fifi Adu.
That's a clinic defensively right there. Great job by the Lopes.
Adu pulls back.
He wants Barham.
And he gets him.
He sized up the longer defender and said, I'm going to make you play off of roller skates here, get you backpedaling, and I'm going to snap it back and knock down the long ball.
Inside to Martin. Isaiah Martin on Kerwin Smith. Trying to find some room off the glass. Fifi Adu. Adu down the right side. Bounce pass, Jackson. Moves to his left, leaves it there for Milstead. Milstead turns the corner.
Uh-oh, Milstead's hurt. He got an ankle or a knee.
He's back up quickly to his feet. Timeout on the floor, 54-32. Keontae Vernon certainly impressive here in his minutes. 8 points, 9 rebounds for Vernon.
Very aggressive, very active both ends of the floor. I love the fact that offensively, not settling for what the defense wants him to do and shooting that outside jumper. He's driving that ball hard to the basket and then just doing a man's job on the offensive glass. Blocking and changing shots around the basket as well. Look at that. He said, "You shall not pass." That set the tone defensively. That got everybody fired up. And then he went hard to the basket. Benson spoon feeds all the bigs underneath, but that time he just did it himself. Played really well at that mid and high post area throughout all parts of the game tonight. A wonderful job by this. You know, I think maybe having Brandy Glaze, the former Smash brother, out there fire him up. You see the numbers there: 8 points, 9 boards. We still got almost 7 minutes to play tonight. Just set a double-double here on the first night. How about that?
Great defense by the Lopes as well. Rebounding the Rattlers. He's always on that phone.
He's always on that phone, tweeting or Instagram, and I don't know what these young kids do, but I know one thing. He should be watching this defensive clinic the Lopes are putting on right now. Roll this one. I guess this is after a couple switches across the perimeter. Now they get the trap. 2 guys come together on the ball, they trap, rotate on that weak side from the high post down to that weak side wing. Easy pickoff for Fifi Adu, goes the other way, calls his unnumbered, and then knocks down a 3. Points off of turnovers tonight have been huge. Points in the paint tonight have been huge. Bench points have been huge.
Look at the numbers overall, too. Josh Braun had 11 points in the opening half and then shut out here in the second.
Well, we kind of looked at him out there. I think when he shot that air ball, he knew he was gassed. There's one thing to be in the pool running in place or on the bike when you're not able to go because you're in concussion protocol. Easy for me to say. And another thing to be out here when you're having to slide your feet, back pedal, jump, run, and transition. That makes you a little bit more winded. Now all of a sudden it robs your legs, it takes your shot. But he's done so many other things down here than the scoring that he had early on going on. The leadership, stepping in the lane, drawing a charge, getting other guys going. That's the thing that Josh Braun does. It's just so important to this Lopes team and so important to that coaching staff.
Milstead at the line.
Got to do better from the line. That first one, just got to have confidence. You know, that's the thing. It probably hasn't played an arena this big. Here's so many people in the background. It's the depth perception. It kind of throws you off if you're not used to it.
Milstead eyeing Reeves.
I mean, think about it. Those high school gyms, sometimes that wall could be a good 10 feet, go straight up and down. Now all of a sudden you're looking out into that abyss. You got a 100-foot backdrop there, all the way up into section 200. A little bit harder to shoot those free throws when you see all these different colors behind the bucket, through the glass.
Were those the excuses that you used when you were
I used the ball. Yeah. When you shoot 62%, you need everyone you can get.
Milstead.
That was a good year, by the way.
Oh, I'm sorry. Martin quickly to Burner. I wanted to say Keontae Burner, but Kerwin Smith. He's had a couple.
Yeah.
He's been the Keontae.
Yes, he has, and that's an executed back screen to find him along that baseline. So well executed out of the timeout for Coach Marley and staff.
In and out.
Oh, they fought each other. They fought Jackson for it.
Jackson and Kerwin Smith.
That's all right. That's going to happen.
Oh, picked off.
Oh, nice play that
Barham
time.
up for Williams. Not there, but put back by Reeves.
A little sloppy there in his last 2 possessions. This is where Milstead's got to impress me. You got Casey Benson got knocked in the head. He's on the sideline taking his breather. Coach has got a 23-point lead. He got a 21-point lead. Milstead's got to show Coach Marley he can run the show.
Milstead off the glass. Hoop and the harm.
I'd say that was a pretty good showing right there. Young fella took it from the mid-court strike, weaved his way past a defender or two, and got himself all the way to the rack using the off arm. And gets that contact when he finished. That's concentration. That's impressive. off that free throw line. Coach Molly's going to make him shoot 100 in practice tomorrow.
Ouch. Milstead on Reeves. Williams drives in, stopping. Jackson called.
Yeah, I like Matt Jackson giving a little bit more space there. When he tries to rely too much on his length, it allows the defender to get into his body. Just give a little bit more space and realize that you have the length to be able to challenge the shot. Even though you may not block it, you can still challenge that shot and make it a tough finish.
Williams connects. This Williams is 62% from the free throw line a year ago.
Maybe it's something in that last name is what you're saying?
Maybe.
That is again, a little three-quarter pressure, stinning that all the way out. Milstead handles it no problem, a little help from Martin.
11.7 boards for Desmond Williams, Florida A&M. Fifi, too heavy. Jackson pushes back out. Fifi able to pick that off. Jackson has some time for three. Not there. Loose ball. Picked off by Fifi.
Lopes, after a slow start, have owned the glass. 34-26 advantage in this game.
They do. For three. Good.
I don't care what level you're playing at. The bitty ball, high school, college, pro. You give a team 3 opportunities to score, they're going to find one that will work for them.
Reeves to his right. Williams. Lined by Matt Jackson. 4:15 and counting. Lopes in control. Start to finish.
Matty Jackson, 5 points, 4 boards off that pine. I think he's going to get something right here. Oh, they stayed with him. They knew they're not to leave him the second time.
Martin takes it left hand, not there. Kerwin Smith wanted the rebound. Reeves quickly to Williams. Williams drives, goes to his right on a nice move around Matt Jackson.
Wow, that was pretty. Give that young man some credit after a slow start now in double figures, scoring 13 points.
Williams from Tampa, Florida.
Tampa's finest. Picking his game up here in the second half. You remember he started 0 for 5.
Yep. Fifi, 3.
Good! How do you do a do? 11 points off the bench now. 3 boards, a couple steals. Stuffing that sheet.
Reeves moving in. Milstead eyeing him down. Reeves backs up. 32 bench points for GCU, 11 for the Rattlers. From the arc and good. Justin Ravenel.
That was good execution of their offense. That'll put a little bit of a smile. I don't know about a smile, but that'll make them feel good. Coach Cullen, he's been coaching those guys up there to run their set. That was wonderful execution by the guys in green.
Martin, Fifi, a long 3.
That's one of those heat checks right there. He knocked down a couple buckets. He thought, well, hey, I've hit my last 2. Why not go for 3 in a row?
Rebound, picked up by Barham.
Yeah, that's because Kerwin Smith wasn't fighting enough with Martin underneath. Got to get him away from the basket.
Martin and Smith.
Smith wanted that rebound. Said, I let that one escape. I'm not letting 2 get out of my paws that time. Martin, back off. That board is mine.
Milstead, back out, Fifi. Backing up. Now to his right. Finds an opening. Pulls back down. He said he wants 3 more. Not there. Busy though, picks up the rebound. He is all over the place. No look. Back to Fifi. Slowing things down.
I think the crowd was ready for Martin to go in there and tomahawk jam that one. They couldn't believe it. Kind of squirted away, and they're like, hey, everyone relax. We got 27 seconds to shoot. Hit a 20-point lead.
Jackson wants 3. Not there. Kerwin Smith doesn't drop.
Oh, this has been a fun one. Look at that defense there. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Oh, I thought Martin did such a nice job sizing up the offensive player sliding the street and getting over in front of him and taking that charge. He can't believe it. Oh, this Lopes, the Havocs rather, they're giving it to the official.
Don't they?
Giving it to the official.
PPA has come to play from the arc.
And one more from downtown. David, let's have your view.
GCU's College of Science, Engineering, and Technology offers a premier STEM education with relevant curricula designed to lead you to a career in the competitive fields of science, technology, engineering, and math. GCU is investing in the future of our STEM programs with multiple state-of-the-art facilities, providing students with access to cutting-edge technology. Our STEM education is motivated by a Christian worldview, which cultivates ethical decision-making. The College of Science, Engineering, and Technology fosters traits in adaptability, collaboration, creativity, as well as ethical and social awareness, which makes our graduates from our STEM programs more competitive. Through robust collaboration and partnership with industries that require a STEM-prepared workforce, our faculty concentrates exclusively on student success within a deeply nurturing Christian setting. Find out more at gcu.edu/CSET.
Welcome back. The Lopes have an 18-point lead, but let's take a look around the WAC and see how the other teams' games are playing out. Kansas City falls short at Wichita State, 57-109 the final there. Meanwhile, UTRGV comes up just short as Nicholls State comes to their arena, 106. They fall to 111. Meanwhile, Utah Valley on the road at Kentucky, and it was a 10-point game. Utah Valley on the losing side, but they played them tough. Seattle University at St. Louis, the score there 62-46. St. Louis on top. Whittier College played at Cal State Bakersfield. They're still early in the first half right now. Whittier College has a 5-point lead. Rice did beat GCU women's basketball earlier today. The final there was 69-59. Bree Mobley coming away with 23 points to her name. And of course, GCU women's basketball will meet up with Duke on Sunday afternoon. We'll have the broadcast here on Your View with pregame show beginning at 1.
Yeah, how about that? Utah Valley score, losing by 10. Your former teammate, Mark Pope.
Yeah, that's his alma mater. Alma mater goes back home and does a nice job in leading early on and stayed with the Wildcats.
Bowman takes it, gets the hoop in the arm, and a foul committed by Kerwin Smith. Actually, it's Milstead. Attendance tonight, 7,202.
Nice crowd, and they've been boisterous tonight. They have been into this one 30 minutes before tip-off. Make that 60 minutes. These Havocs come early.
They were lining up outside around 4.
Saw them. I went up for a walk on campus, checked out the new soccer stadium.
Nice.
Yeah, I went into the team shop. I tell you, this place is rocking and rolling. They have been waiting for this year for 4 years now, and they have finally gotten their opening act tonight. And the Lopes team is not disappointed defensively. Yeah, sure, they'd love to have 85 points on that scoreboard right now. And I think after some of these, errant passes, balls that kind of squirted out, missed free throws, those types of points, games 3, 4, 5, 6, you're going to see more and more of them lighten up that scoreboard. But the job defensively, just wonderful job having his team ready by Coach Marley, having his team ready to come out here to perform tonight, whether it be on the perimeter, protecting the paint, or even defensively on the post, whether they're fronting 3 quarters on the side or playing behind or getting the double team. Really good job communicating.
Parham to his left, Reeves inside to Williams. Williams eyed by Fifi Adu. Williams trying to make a move on him, turn, flipped over the top, but short.
Everything's just a hard basket for FAMU, though. That's 6 assists tonight because they've been having to do so much one-on-one basketball just to try to get something up that has a chance to go in.
Smith called for the foul. First on Kerwin. connects. 1:02 to go.
It seems like Burrell has been all over the place tonight. You tell me those are just his points 1 and 2 for him? He's done a nice job moving without the basketball. I think he's going to be a nice player for this team.
Milstead brings it up. Reeves on him. They bring 2 over. Williams busts out of that. These are for Martin. Back to Damari. Reach around by Reeves.
Can we just say the Damari Milstead experiment here, this final 8 minutes with Benson on the pine, has gone really well. It's got to give Coach Marley a ton of confidence in this young man, and more importantly, it should give this young man a ton of confidence in himself. Talk about the free throw line. That's going to come in practice tomorrow, getting a little more confidence from that free throw line. But he's done a wonderful job running the show with the 5th-year senior leader on the bench. Picture Coach Marley there. Hey, look, you got to be thinking, hey, for the first time, I'm playing a lot of freshmen, a lot of different guys, a lot of different combinations out there. Got to love what he saw here tonight.
Yeah, you got the call ahead of Shaq Carr. Interesting. Reeves. Barham goes left-handed in. Nice move by Barham.
Yeah, Williams and Barham, they have not stopped playing. They've continued to fight. They have not been scoreboard watching. They've been playing hard. Look at Matt Jackson here.
Jackson tried to lay it up for Kerwin Smith. They read that all day long. Williams lays it in off the glass with the left hand. It's starting to say goodbye to the Rattlers behind us.
These Rattlers, I'll tell you what, they didn't get the offense they wanted tonight. They never stopped playing hard for their coach. That's impressive. They're opening up 14 of the first 17 games on the road. This has been one hostile environment that they've had to face. Wish them well the rest of the season, but it was all Lopes tonight. Great job defensively, shared the ball offensively. You gotta like the way they crashed the glass, played the D. 12 assists tonight to go along with 30 rebounds to just, 39 rebounds and 32 for Florida A&M.
67-51, the final score. The Lopes now 1-0 to begin the 2017-18 regular season. Behind the Robert Morris Colonials on Monday evening here at GCU Arena. We encourage you to come on out and see the Lopes in action this season. Deontay Vernon, fine performance for him as he came up with 8 points and 9 rebounds in 27 minutes of play.
Yeah, that's getting it done. That's being active. That's being aggressive. I love the way he patrolled that paint, blocking all shots. Many of those comers that were coming inside did a good job in transition. Got his hands on deflections and steals out there on the perimeter as well.
Players making their way around, thanking the Havocs, the students here at GCU. Band.
I love that the GCU players
great
go
tradition.
around and greet everybody, thanking this boisterous crowd for the effort that they give. And of course, I always get slapped in the back of the head by Martin and Smith and Vernon, but that's worth it. I love those guys. They work hard in practice. It shows tonight in their play.
They enjoy it. They're appreciative of the support. It's really a team effort, not only on the court, but off the court as well. And the atmosphere here. Let's send it over to Kate Longworth.
Well, guys, I'm with who else? Them there, Josh Braun. Welcome back to action. It was great seeing you out there. What was it like tipping off officially the 2017-18?
It's exciting. I think we've been waiting for this for a long time, so it's good to come out here and get a win and protect our home court. You know, the guys are great. As you can see, we're a deep team, and we're going to have a lot of fun this year.
What pride do you take stepping in on this court, leading the team by results, but also just in your leadership overall with your attitude?
I just love to have fun, do my job. You know, I'm thankful. You know, I've got the opportunity to continue to play. You know, praise God for that. And it's been a lot of fun. So I want to go out with a bang this last year.
Like a bang, maybe March Madness or something.
Sounds good to me. I think you know, one game at a time, but sounds good to me.
All right, thank you so much. Josh Braun is back. He's ready to go celebrate with his team. And tonight, a lot to celebrate with this big victory. And of course, guys, the eyes on the prize for the WAC tournament in May, hopefully followed by the NCAA tournament. But like Josh said, every true athlete says, one game at a time.
That's right, the mayor.
11 points for Josh Braun in 28 minutes. We'll step aside, be back with more, including head coach Dan Marley's post-game press conference and much more from GCU Arena. 67-51 the final score.
Earning your RN to BSN degree online doesn't have to be without the college experience. Finding your purpose takes support from those around you. GCU's leadership offers over 3 decades of experience delivering our accredited RN to BSN program 100% online. Graduate in as few as 16 months, learning from full-time practicing nurse faculty in small classes. Integrate your education with your faith and Christian worldview.
Find your purpose online at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
I'm Dominique. I'm a student here at Grand Canyon University studying hospitality management. My hospitality courses here are giving me a high-quality education from professors that I know have been successful. Being able to work while I'm in school has enriched my college experience. I feel like I know where I'm going and what I want to do. I've gone through things I can't necessarily be taught, and so that paired with everything that GCU is doing for me, I feel like, you know, is setting me up for success. To have someone say, like, I want you, that's like a lot for someone like me. They're changing people's lives. By changing my life, now you change my little brothers and sisters because they saw that I went to college. It'll just be, you know, my greatest accomplishment, not just because it's a diploma, but because, you know, I did what no one really thought I could do. When they say, find your purpose, they mean it.
Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.
67-51 the final score. The Lopes begin the regular season with a victory here on their home court against Florida A&M, the Rattlers. So glad you could tune in for this opening game. It was really from start to finish, the Lopes in control. There were some ebb and flow, but boy, again, just like we saw in the exhibition, the depth this season from Marley on the bench.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
It really is a good thing, and maybe might be a good problem for Coach Marley to have. Those guys will be working harder in practice because they'll be fighting for those minutes in the game time. You mentioned Shaq Carr. He didn't even sniff the court tonight because the kid Milstead was playing so well. Fifi Adu. Of course, Casey Benson's always going to bring his A game to the yard, but I love the fact that the bigs play well together. You see Lavers and Blumbergs and Vernon, Kerwin Smith off the bench did a wonderful job.
Keontae Vernon is our player of the game, 8 points and 9 rebounds.
Yeah, well, KV did his thing tonight. It started the tone there, set it defensively, just blocking and changing shots around the basket. After what I call a poor decision on a jump shot from the outside, decided, okay, I'm going to now put the pressure on the defense to stop me. I'm 245 pounds, too big, too strong for people to handle me underneath. I'm going to take my fight right to the bucket, and that's where he did all of his damage. So wonderful job by Keontae Vernon tonight, not to mention the fact that he got after it on the glass.
He did, and he's definitely stepped it up here as a senior. You can see the leadership on the court. It truly is amazing. You know, the Blumbergs came on strong too, and you mentioned Laver, but you're seeing it. You're seeing the depth, you're seeing the energy, you're seeing the speed too. That has stepped up, the pace of the games, how they're dictating the flow of games.
Yeah, and they turned it on after a slower second half start. You know, coming out of that locker room, they had some problems a year ago with slow starts out of the locker room, and sometimes they never recovered throughout the course of the basketball game and let a team back into it. But tonight they really played hard. I mean, we talked about some of these keys. Sometimes I have fun with it.
Oh, it
tastes like
good.
chicken, but I love that right there. We talked about the ability to be able to get on the offensive glass, and everybody has fun with tip jams and putbacks and kick out threes. So they got 15-8 advantage there to get down on it. A couple turnovers that's probably shouldn't have had it, but they forced turnovers tonight that led to easy buckets, points in the paint, fast break points, and a band of brothers. I love the way they shared that basketball, moved it around out there, even when they did make mistakes with some of those errant passes, with any finger pointing and saying, hey, you were supposed to be here, you did the play wrong. They stayed together, always kept the pressure, and got it back on the defensive end.
Send it over to Kate Longworth and Paul Coral as part of our post-game festivities with head coach Dan Marley's comments forthcoming. But guys, what a great lid opener for the regular season, a big win against Florida A&M.
Yeah, Barry, you're absolutely right. And Paul and I were just talking. What really impressed us from the start, the get-go, is, of course, the mayor's return. Josh Braun out there. What was it? What did you see coming out from him and just the leadership and how he took over at the court, especially early in the game?
Yeah, absolutely no rest. I guess that shot never fails. First play of the game, he hits it, and everybody feels at ease, right? That Josh Braun's offense is back, and everything flows through him in the offense. So then it kind of sets up other guys, too. Josh only scored 11, but, you know, it felt like he had a big impact because the way he came out and scored those 9 right away, also taking it to the rim, seemed very confident. And then him and Casey seem natural together, too. They have a great background together since they were kids, playing together in summers. And I think we have Dan Marley coming in right now.
I know. I think that Dan Marley trumps us. Dan, take it away.
Jesus. Spud Webber. All right, well, not bad. First game, I thought the first half was really good defensively. Everybody went in, played hard, did a good job. Second half, not so much. They shot 27% in the first half, 48% in the second half. We actually got beat in the second half, 34-32. A little concerned about the turnovers and our free throws. We got to be able to shoot better free throws, but you know, a win's a win. It's a team that had a hard travel getting to Florida, coming here from Florida. I think half of them made it today, so I'll take a win. That's fine. But we got a lot of work to do.
There were some long stretches there where you had different lineups that locked them down for 5-6 minutes.
Yeah, I got a lineup there with Fifi and Jared and Matt. Keontae was in there, Oscar, Damari. All those guys can really defend and really get after it for a period of time, and they did a good job. I mean, all those guys are pretty athletic and smart. I mean, Jared and Matt together are extremely smart out there, and then with Fifi's athleticism, the way he flies around, Damari gets into guys, and Keontae at his size and his strength. So those are guys that can really cause some havoc defensively.
What stands out to you Fifi's play, especially in the second half?
You know, I see glimpses of it every day in practice with Fifi. I mean, when he's aggressive and looks to score and is focused, he's about as talented as they come. His thing is you just got to stay focused. And that second half, some of his shots were questionable, but I'll take it because when he's focused like that and he gets going downhill and he starts making shots, he's about as talented as they get. He's really strong. He's athletic. He's got a really good shot. Half the battle with him is in his head. He's just got to be more confident in himself. And, you know, I expect a lot out of him. Sometimes I don't think he expects anything out of himself. So I tell him, I say every day in practice, I said, you're one of our best players in practice. You got to believe in yourself as much as I believe in you. And so it was good to see him really step up and be confident and aggressive. Yeah, we're still trying to figure each other out. We got freshmen in there. Roberts, you know, really struggled with six turnovers. He just got to understand the physicality of the game. Sometimes he's out there and, you know, he wants to nickname Big Smooth. Well, he can't be Big Smooth out there. He's got to be more aggressive and handle the ball better, and he'll learn. I mean, he's got a lot of talent. So, and then Casey, you know, we're still trying to figure out Casey and how he plays and how we're going to get him involved. And we haven't practiced with Josh. Josh first practice, you know, 2 days ago in almost 3 weeks. So we're still trying to figure each other out and get lineups. So that's going to be some growing pains. But, you know, our goal is to be playing the best basketball come WAC time, and that's what these games are for. So I'll take the win. Josh looked great. You know, at the beginning, hit shots, had some silly turnovers there, but that's fine. You know, like I said, his guy hasn't practiced in 3 weeks, so Josh will be fine. He's going to be really good, and once he gets back into shape and works on his game a little bit with Casey, I think they'll be good together.
You had some big lineups out there at times, especially when you have Kerwin in there with some of the other.
Kerwin played really well, especially in the first half. I mean, when he's in there controlling the boards and flying around and be active, he can be a really good player. And he's made a lot of strides from, you know, when he got here as a freshman and you know, last year. If he plays like that, he'll get some significant minutes and just go in there and play as hard as he can. And I thought he did a really good job. Yeah, I mean, Jared's always been that way. Just his problem is he's got to slow down a little bit offensively because his mind, he's so smart. He's thinking and he's trying to do things really quick. He's just got to slow down and take what they give him. But Jared's a big defensive guy, really smart, and knows every play in the book, so he helps other guys. So, you know, Jared was really good. He'll shoot some shots and made some today. But just what he does out there as far as switching and helping and playing defense, he's kind of the glue in our defensive end. Good. Thank you. Beefy, oh, good luck with this one.
Post-game comments from head coach Dan Marley. Blumbergs wants to be the big smooth. There's only one big smooth here.
You gotta have at least a dozen. Yeah, exactly. And you gotta have at least a dozen games under your belt before you. And you can't give yourself your own nickname.
I think it was a gratis just to Johnny Hill gave him that.
Oh, okay. So he didn't give it to himself.
No.
Okay, all right. Well, I feel a little bit better about that. Coach Marley realizes he does need to take care of the basketball a little bit better, though.
Kerwin Smith, we also talked about him, 4 points, 4 boards.
I love Kerwin Smith's energy tonight off that pine. Like I said, in game, it's not easy sometimes to come in off that pine when your number is called. If you're not paying attention to what's going on, you can get lost out there. But he did what he does best. Used his length around the basket, played good defense, and he finished when he had the opportunity. So I liked his energy off the bench, and I love what he said about Martin. Get outside of his own head. He's a great defender. And offensively, he's just going to get better and better when he starts realizing he can make his own shot.
Let's take a look at the final stats for GCU against Florida A&M. 67-51, the final score. 44.1% field goal percentage shooting, 7 of 22 from the arc. The rebounding, the edge goes to the Lopes. Bench points big time, 34-18. Turnovers, 22-17. And the points off turnovers, 19-11 in favor of the Lopes. The GCU men's basketball team plays their first 9 games here in the Valley, including 8 here at the arena. Be sure to tune in Monday the 13th when the Lopes host Northeast Conference members Robert Morris Colonials from Pittsburgh, PA. Pregame starts at 6:30 with Kate. Tip-off shortly after at 7. Tune in to all the action on your view Cox Channel 4 or online at gcu.tv. That'll do it from here at GCU Arena, where tonight the Lopes beat Florida A&M 67-51. Please join us again Sunday afternoon. GCU women's basketball hosting the Duke Blue Devils at 1:30. Until then, for Kate Longworth, Scott Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Barry Butel, wishing you a wonderful evening.